Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.
Greetings, and welcome to the 65th episode of Screaming Into the Void, where we talk about whatever the hell we feel like. My name is Sammy the Infamous, and with me are my lovely co-hosts, Ryan.
What? No salutations today?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying something out. Don't worry about it.
All right. Well, I already think it's gay, so stop it.
You think everything's gay, and know me.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Hi, I'm here. I'm here to be hanging out, and I have my chips and salsa on the background in the back, ready to go.
Damn it! Stop. And to joining us today on the channel for the first time is the green-haired anti-liberal, or Gal for short.
Yes, Gal, Tiff, green-haired anti-liberal. Hi, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Yeah. So, it's been a minute since we did one of these. 7 days. You know, it's a weekly show, but still, it feels like it's been a long week for me anyway. How is everybody?
I kind of second that. It feels like it's been longer than it has.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just last night that I hung out with you guys, so didn't feel forever.
She didn't miss you.
Yeah. Didn't miss you guys one bit. And I see Ryan almost like on a daily.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like 2 days.
We don't even live in the same city, by the way, just for the record.
Not in the same state anymore. So yeah.
No.
He now shares a state with me.
Yeah. Well, ironically, she moved before I moved down there. I think it was on purpose.
Yes, it was intentional for me to come back down here because I did not want to be associated with you at all.
Yeah.
Well, that's cold.
Well, Texas is hot, but I can be cold.
I wanna be in Texas.
Yeah. Well, we have. Sorry, my Siri went wild. We have summer 10 months out of the year, so you're always welcome.
I hate being cold, so I enjoy that.
Yeah, I used to live in Denver, so this is my first winter that I don't have to experience it. So like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Shorts all year round. I'm excited.
Lucky you. Mm-hmm. It's gonna get real cold where I am.
Yeah, I'm from Montana. You're in Wyoming, right?
Yes, I am.
See, I'm from Montana, and people are always giving me shit. Well, you should be used to it. I haven't lived in Montana for over a decade at this point. So
I've lived here off and on for about 30 years, and I'm not used to it.
Well, I mean, Wyoming winter is god awful.
Right. They said the same horse shit about you get used to the heat and humidity in Florida, and I lived there 11 years, and they're still full of shit.
I got used to it in Okinawa, and everyone said it was like Florida, so I don't think it's full like horse shit.
Real quick, Shadow, knock that commie shit off.
He's already getting yelled at.
Is he normally right in Japanese?
That's Chinese, actually. And
is it really?
Yeah.
Well, they are very
similar. He's trying to learn Mandarin, but that doesn't mean he has to drag us all into his commie hellhole with him. Just saying.
I'd rather be dead than red, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
Get out of here, Shadow.
Right.
Being very endearing to the Chinese people right now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh wait, but that was Japanese. Sorry, go ahead.
You know what? I will put this out there. I have nothing against the Chinese people. I have something against their government.
Yes.
It's that simple.
CCP, not the people.
I mean,
agreed. That is it. Yeah.
I do like their sesame chicken. That's, I can't say no to that.
Did you just say sesame chicken?
Yes.
That's not a thing over there, right?
Okay, I mean, well, I do like moon cakes over there. I
There
like
seems
fish
to be
cakes.
that way too.
Yeah.
So
But
I
I
like
do
chow mein. I like
just
bo.
lo
Yeah.
mein.
Yo, lo mein.
lo
Yeah.
mein. I do like sesame chicken though. That is my favorite. I'll admit
Yes.
that. But it's
All the
not
stuff
a
you can
real
get
thing.
in American restaurants. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the little dumplings, bowo dumplings. I can eat 60 several of those.
It's like saying Taco Bell is actual Mexican food.
And it's not. But I go there sometimes because they're, chalupas I can't say no to either.
Fun fact: Taco John's was founded in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
I know. I love me some Taco John's, dude.
Nice.
Nice.
Taco John's.
Never been to Taco John's.
I haven't
It's,
been there in a long
It's not
time.
terrible. It's not the greatest, but it's not terrible. I think their tacos are actually better than Taco Bell's, personally.
I've been
You know, 'cause
told
there's-
Jack in the
there's
Box
less
is
rat shit in
better.
them.
Okay.
Don't eat at Jack in the Box.
Don't eat
No.
at Jack in the Box.
No.
I've never eaten there, even though there's
Jack
like
in the
one...
Box kills kids.
Really?
Yes, really.
Oh my gosh. There's one that's maybe 5 blocks away from my house, but I guess I'll ignore it. I just remember going there once, but I was fresh out of oral dentist surgery because I got my wisdom teeth taken out, and I just remember being in the drive-thru with my mom, and she's like, "You want a strawberry milkshake?" And me drugged up like, "Oh, yes."
You know what's funny about Jack in the Box? So there used to be one in a town called Fort Collins, Colorado, which is about 60-ish miles north of Denver.
Yeah.
And the reason that it's not there anymore, it's now a Good Times, if I recall correctly. But for a long time, it was just empty. It was because, a kid was given food poisoning of the lethal variety because they weren't paying attention to their cross-contamination system, the cooks.
Oh, okay. Well, that speaks volumes.
And it's not the only time that happened. I think it happened again in Florida too, at a different franchise, but also Jack in the Box.
Ironically, Samuel worked at both restaurants at the time.
No. I did work at that Good Times, but it was years after the fact. No, this all happened when I was a kid. And what's funny about that is that Jack in the Box uses the same cross-contamination system that KFC does.
Really?
Interesting. Noted.
Yep.
Not
They got
to
2
be
handles on their
honest.
fridge, one for floured hands and one for clean hands.
Oh.
But if you're not paying attention. Yeah. So, let's say hello to the chat, except for Shadow, because he's still going off with his commie shit. Nobody here can read that, asshole.
I mean, I can read it if it technically was Japanese for some of the characters. There's so many similarities.
Well, they've got a similar basis.
Yeah.
The
kanji.
Japanese
basically
started out as a Chinese colony.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So
we
got Lawrence Knight.
Can read that asshole.
So we've got Lawrence Knight with us. There's obviously Shadow, who I'm going to skip right over. We have Kohai. I see Zillage. Greetings. Yue, long time no see, man. Good to see you. We've got Bernie with us. Always good to have you, man. Let's see. Clue Channel likes the anti-liberal.
Me too.
Clue also has the link because he's part of the crew. So if if you get a chance, man, you're always welcome to join up here. You know that. I think we have some new people as well. Cliff Anderson. Haven't seen you before. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show. D-Day Direwolf. Yeah, we were hanging out with him last night. He was he was giving a friend of mine shit. It was pretty good. All right.
So last night.
Yeah, he did. Fuck yeah, that's right. I remember.
Wait, what happened? What did you do?
Ryan, you always keep missing it. I got paid.
Nomi is whoring herself on the internet.
Isn't that
I know
what
nothing
any of us do
of
that get
what
paid
that's
on
like.
the internet?
So we have a guest here. She doesn't know anything. So Tiff, I've been getting paid to do ASMR.
Oh, good Lord.
Eating chips and salsa. So I thought
It's weird and
This
gross.
is much more PG than what I did to make my friends money. So,
oh hey, like I've done it all. These guys.
Oh no,
like,
I saw that stream. I was just
I did
disappointed
too.
I wasn't on it.
I'm down to go back and look at that. But yeah, I also sell feet pictures too, so I will try it if it's nothing too sexual.
I was in a bikini, so
Oh, hey, you
Yeah.
got to push the envelope somehow.
She was in an American flag bikini too. So
yeah,
it's-
it
Oh.
was my American flag bikini.
Was this last week or the week before that? I forget.
I think it was at least 3 weeks ago. I think 2 weeks ago was the meme thumbnail.
Oh, right.
yeah,
Of the
I couldn't
bush.
find that. I couldn't find that on Dermy's because he tweets
Nice
like
question.
a 12-year-old girl. So I couldn't find that on his Twitter. But yeah, we were trying to show that last night.
Jeremy.
And everyone's all worried. They're like, I'm so sorry. I don't know if we want to show this. I'm like, dude, I retweeted it. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
You
I don't
have
get it.
nothing to worry about.
I'm pretty sure I said something about why Dermy made you wear his toupee.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Well, it was too head shaped to be anything else.
Yeah,
It was very
true. It was
round.
like, oh Lord.
It was like he had a little English
Cross
schoolboy's bowl
things.
cut.
Yeah,
Gosh.
yeah, yep. It was great. It's good stuff.
So, UFOs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
less UFOs and more paper mache aliens unveiled by the Mexican government.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, is
Did
that
you guys
what
see
we're
all that
talking?
shit?
Okay, yeah, yeah. That was I think
There
I've
was like
seen-
a video clip of someone who made a cake that looked just like it and like cut into
Yeah.
it.
And it's like breaking news, and the knife
Yes.
goes into the head. And I woke up, and that was the first video I saw. I was like, "Oh, so it was a cake? Why would they do that?" And then I saw like someone just did it as the joke. It's like, "Oh, okay, now it makes sense."
There was one that like made it into a piñata or something. It was a meme, but it was funny.
Us Mexicans will tend to do that. We'll make anything out of piñatas and hit it. We did that with COVID. We made like the little like COVID virus like
Really?
the
you
blob
guys
thing.
did not.
That is
We did
amazing.
it. Yeah, I will find
Oh
it
my
and show it
God.
to you, Ryan.
I didn't know this.
Yes.
That's awesome, though. You know, you better
All
be
right,
careful
so-
because the weirdos on Twitter might say that's racist.
What you
I
have?
mean-
Might.
You have a Mexican here who actually, is Mexican and can vouch for you guys, so it's all right.
Are you
No.
100% or are you like half and half? Because
No,
there is a difference in today's world.
I am 100%. My parents are from Mexico.
I know. I'm just giving
I
you
was-
shit.
Wait, we're talking about America or Ryan? This is America. One drop.
Shut up.
So speaking of piñatas,
I found it. I found it. Oh, there it is.
tell me that doesn't look like paper mache.
It's
Oh,
paper
yeah.
mache,
absolutely.
dude.
I mean, that's totally not a real thing. And why is it in a nice casket?
I don't know.
I just expected to say phone home.
Right? And that's the other thing. Why does it look exactly like every alien in every movie ever?
Exactly.
Actually, I'd probably say that the stuff in the X-Files from the 90s looks better than this.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
valid.
The CGI back then was terrible, but it still did the job.
Mhm.
It looks better on Stargate, and they're fucking puppets.
I was just gonna say Stargate 2. Like, this is ridiculous.
Bro, are you
Oh, yeah.
seriously pulling out the Stargate again?
Always.
Excuse
always.
you.
I'll pull it
There's
out like
nothing
you pull
wrong
out
with
your
it.
dick.
Oh, upset Tiff.
You trying to hate?
Oh, dang.
I will find you.
You are outnumbered now,
where,
buddy.
well, look, all three of you know where I live. Ironically.
I will beat you.
Those are fighting words.
No, right?
Yep.
I'm always being threatened by the women. I feel like
Yep.
there's something to that.
It's something about your face that makes us angry.
Yes.
Is it? Is that
Yes.
what
Maybe the voice. Maybe just don't speak.
it- Wow.
Yes. Yeah, just don't speak. You do good.
Now you get the tyranny hooker.
it's-
Fine by me.
Yeah. But that was the opposite of not speaking. So.
Yes.
He's gonna call your manager if you don't pay his pimp.
What's she gonna do? Like
Complain loudly.
What's she gonna do? Call the cops on me?
Exactly that. Yes.
Easy now. Easy.
Oh,
All right,
wait,
so
that's right.
this,
Sorry,
this
go
thing-
ahead.
this thing that they unveiled, they did. I mean, even if this was like a real corpse, which it's not, it's clearly not. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
but even if it was, right? Somebody made a point the other day. I think it might have been Razor Fist, who I was listening to him on an interview at some point earlier this week, and he said something that just resonated with me. He said that, what does it say about the state of how fucked up the world currently is that a government comes out and says, hey, we've got an alien body, and nobody gives a shit?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's insane, honestly. Like, it's, to me, I just see it as a complete distraction, and no one trusts the government anymore. So they don't care.
Right.
It's weird.
And I mean, I get them not trusting the Mexican government. Those guys all answer to the cartels anyway. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
like, you'd think that this would be like world-stopping news. Like, holy shit,
Yeah.
we're not alone, right? But nobody cares because everything else is too jacked up. We're just
Yeah.
numb to it.
Like, I feel like people are just like, yeah, and
Mhm.
we know.
Yeah, I do.
This is also the, like,
I'm probably more irritated about the fact that gas prices dropped 30 cents and then they skyrocketed back up 30 cents just within like a week's time frame here in Colorado.
yeah.
So no, I think more people are concerned about their actual pocketbooks than giving a shit about what, the possibility of aliens, no matter how hard they want to like be like, oh look, aliens.
Yeah. I mean, like, I didn't expect it from my own people, but they went there. Because, we're not ones to like, oh, hey guys, we have these like extraterrestrials out there. We have proof. Yeah. So I've never heard any conspiracy theories that come out of, Mexico. Only like our little folklore stories like El Cucuy and La Llorona. Yes, the chupacabra. So, but yeah, as far as like aliens, no, we're the aliens that are here in the States.
You know what's funny about that, actually? If you go back and you look at some of the pictograms from the Aztec Empire, there are a number of them that depict beings with elongated heads and big eyes hanging out on floating machines. That it's not like it's unheard of, in the region, but this seems a little silly.
Just a little.
It's fun though, right? It's not everything in the world has to suck.
By the way, do I hear a dog or I'm just like hearing things?
I think you're having a stroke.
My dryer's on like way in the background, but
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. It's your dryer knocking.
my bad.
It's okay. I was just like, there's a little yappy dog. But it's okay.
Until you said that, I was like, maybe they can hear my dryer.
At least she cleans the house there, no me, Jesus.
I clean my house. Do you know who I am? Do you know my background? This is the month to celebrate me, Ryan.
I was just going to say, like, her family would slap her around if she didn't.
Yeah.
I know, right?
No, you're not wrong. I'd get roasted if I didn't do anything.
Mina, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, no, exactly. And after the stream, I actually had to clean the kitchen. Because I made food before I joined the stream. And then also, not only that, I went to the store earlier today and I spilt beans all over the floor.
Oh my God, I saw that on Twitter. The hell do you spill a whole bag of beans on the floor?
I was in checkout and there's a family in front of me and it's like, yeah, just beans and other things. And then it slipped out of my hands and poof, all over the floor. It's like, cool. Cool. I spilled the beans.
I could probably find that on Twitter so everybody can laugh at it. Hold on.
While you look for that, I can go ahead and show the piñata that I found because it's funny. It did really happen because we don't care about anything and we will make fun of anything. We will roast if it's something as a joke. We'll roast it. So there you go, guys. That's That's what we do.
Yep. That's a COVID pinata.
And Ramirez and his coronavirus pinata.
That is definitely what that is.
But like, also pay attention to like the little emoji.
China man.
So when you break that open, do you get surprise smallpox?
No, we get instant ramen noodles that we can put with like lime and
Wow.
honey and put like meat in it.
I am.
Wow.
Nope,
What is this?
there's-
Ah, yes, the beans.
Nice job. I mean, it's literally. How did it explode out of both sides? By
Well,
the way,
it's a plastic bag, and the weight just made it burst. That was that happened like no less than an hour ago.
It's not the strongest of plastic.
Yeah, we're very
all
economically
the ladies are
efficient.
sticking together, huh?
Yeah, we are. Get out of
Were
here.
you expecting anything less?
Yes.
I hang out with.
I'm gonna
like,
avoid the obvious joke here.
Say the obvious joke, Samuel.
Yeah, say it.
Well, beans, her, bean, her,
What the?
beaner.
That's not an obvious joke.
I said I was gonna avoid it, and she was like, "Oh, fuck it, say it." And I was like, all right.
And
I mean,
Hands
I am a
full.
beaner. This is. I will allow it. This is the joke. Now, I like. Here's the thing. I mean, there are some Mexicans who take offense to it, but like, I'm the type of person like you can say whatever because I've heard it all. It's not going to hurt my feelings. My family has risked me more than my outside friends. So, yes.
I mean, I'm not much for slurs in general. It's not really part of how I roll, but there are on occasion some hilarities that come out of those things.
oh yeah, I mean, if there were a better one for white people, I would embrace it wholeheartedly. Seriously.
That's the thing. There are thousands of them for white people. The problem is that white people don't care. It doesn't bother them, so none of them are effective, and nobody uses
Some of them are pretty good, but none of them are like great. Like I think like Mayo Monkey's the funniest I've ever heard.
Mayo Monkey's pretty good.
New-ish.
Mayo Monkey's one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
That my personal favorite though, and I don't know why this strikes me so hilarious, is no purpose flour.
I heard that one.
I forgot about that one.
I love that one. It just makes my whole day.
I'm going to use that for now.
Am I supposed to be insulted at your pretty decent joke? Like what?
Yeah, I was like, no, that's funny. That's like I'm not offended at all.
That's actually pretty genius.
Good
Yeah.
one, dude. You should write that down. Yeah, Vanilla Gorillas is another good one. It's got that kind
Yes.
of that rolls off the tongue pretty good.
It's almost
Vanilla
a
Girl.
revolution. The rhyming. Bleach demons, yeah. That one.
I mean, in like Spanish, we have güeros, gringos,
Mhm.
pendejos.
Well,
I mean, isn't that just
Right.
that one? I feel like it's multi-purpose.
It's
if I understand correctly, gringos is actually not like a racial thing so much as it is a foreigner thing, specifically American foreigners. But for the history of that word, because it's not actually a Spanish word in its
Just-
origin, it was misheard by mestizos who were sent by Santa Anna to spy on the Alamo. And they went and they heard a bunch of these Texans sitting around a fire singing a song called I think it was "Green Grows the Rosemary Bush" or the Raspberry Bush, something like that. And so when they came back and they reported to Santa Anna, they didn't speak Spanish real well either because they were natives. And I mean the even the Mexicans were using natives as expendable. So what they reported back to them and was what they heard, which was gringos, which became gringos, which applies to Americans as foreigners of Mexico.
Well, we still use it in insult, and I would like to see you come down to Mexico. Let's cross the border together, and we'll just see how many times you get called a gringo.
Oh, I'm sure I'll get called it a lot. I mean,
Yes.
I don't have an issue with that, though. I mean, it's like going to Japan and being called a gaijin, which
Gaijin.
technically means foreigner, but actually means foreign devil.
No.
Yep.
You know? So I mean, that's the thing. Anywhere you go, you're going to get something that
Oh,
refers
yeah.
to outsiders in a derogatory sense. It's fine. It's fine. By the way, real quick, jumping back to the alien thing, Kohai Masochist just sent me this.
Oh no.
Yeah,
He
that was
revealed
Yeah, that was the cake.
Yeah. This is So for those of you in chat who hadn't seen this yet,
That's a cake. I got to be honest. I probably wouldn't eat.
that doesn't
Well,
look that good, does it?
no,
It
it's
looks a
not
little
really
No,
dry.
appealing.
it kind of looks dry, really dry, and it's kind of creepy.
Yeah,
It
Like,
does
I'm
look dry.
Like I'm one of those people that like, okay, I can see something gross and I can still eat afterwards, but I don't want to eat something that looks gross. Does that make sense? Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
so yeah, I'm not sure about all that.
You're
Yeah,
a picky eater. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You,
Yeah.
you know what, woman? I've had about enough of you too.
Oh, okay.
She just got here.
She's a guest, Ryan. You don't treat your guests.
Oh, my apologies. It's not like I haven't been on 1,000 streams with her.
It hasn't been that many.
Okay.
I'm not as old as you.
You're just,
Oh.
you're just
What the fuck?
I'm sorry. Is this not Ballbusters?
No.
No, you
you're
can,
good.
You can
You're
actually-
good. You're
Oh,
good.
you're
I
good.
like that.
Just hadn't
Like
expected.
I got one foot in the grave, woman.
Ageism.
Jesus. Yeah,
Because
Samuel's
I'm
the
older
oldest
than
here.
he is.
He is, yeah.
Oh, well,
I haven't broke 40
I'm
yet.
sure he
dude,
aged like
okay?
a fine wine.
Me? Oh yeah.
Wait. All of a sudden we're kissing ass? Like, what
The host.
Yeah.
He invited me.
the
You don't talk to
And
me.
also, my name's not Derby, so
Exactly. That is also true.
Yeah, that's a good point.
yep. So the other thing off the top of my head that I wanted to bring up, actually, Gal, you brought this to my attention. I believe was the case against pets.
Yeah. That
The whole
shit.
whole commie thing about killing all the pets to reduce carbon emissions. And by commie I mean like WEF.
Bullshit. Yes.
Yeah, it's ugly shit. This comes to us from Bernie's Voice. It's a Guardian article. Yeah. So it says, the case against pets. Is it time to give up our cats and dogs? A growing number of people, and by growing number of people, they mean a growing number of board members in Germany, argue that owning pets is unethical and that animals can never really have a good life in a human home.
What?
Thoughts? Yeah.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
This isn't the only article over the years, like, because that's a screenshot. I went and I searched for it online, and multiple articles came up talking about it. And one was this opinion from a veterinarian, and her idea, like, she started to just think that animals shouldn't be pets was because someone came in with a perfectly healthy puppy and they wanted her to put it down. It read like it read to me like, yeah, this totally happened. I don't believe that it did, but technically it became her dog. But I was just like, whatever, you didn't kill it, and if you did, like, I feel like it would be you being unethical. So what she did was she took the dog from like off their hands, and then they later came in with a different dog that fit their family better. I'm like, so there are some people that are POSs. I don't know if I can marine out.
Oh yeah, you can
No,
you
you
can say
can cuss.
fucking piece of
Piece
shit.
of shit.
Yeah, we allow it.
I gotta keep the sailor's mouth at bay sometimes.
No, you're good here. We have said some horrendously awful things about each other on this channel, so
Yes.
Noted. Very well.
And Ryan got
Okay,
yelled
then.
at. So
I get yelled at all the time. Actually,
just last night there was an Arab on my channel who has said herself in the past that flight school landings are optional. What was that? Was that too much?
she loves it.
If you get me to giggle, it's not too much. But yes, like, it was I went down a rabbit hole and I want to punch all these idiots in the face because I have 3 cats and they are perfectly happy. They're assholes because I bend over backwards for them. So screw off.
Yeah.
You commie fucks.
Well, and that's really what it comes down to. So, Gal, on this channel, we do talk about anything and everything, but we also, there is a bit of a focus on bringing to light WEF shenanigans and all that. So I don't know how much you have followed what's going on there with, like, you know, Klaus Schwab basically pulling the strings of everybody from Gavin Newsom to Ardern in New Zealand to King fucking Charles.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
my memory is shite, so I know of things.
Fair enough.
He said you will eat the bugs and you will enjoy it.
Yeah, that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No.
Darth Schwab, as I call him.
Yeah.
Because he's an evil son of a bitch.
I eat mainly meat, so they can go fuck themselves.
Ooh.
That's so creepy and so accurate.
Just for the record, also, there's a great joke in there somewhere.
I mean, I lobbed it up for you, and you just whiffed, it seemed. I would have hit it out of the park, but...
Carrie, no, Amiro came on Abyssal Musings last night. That's the era I was referring to. And she said that to me on more than one occasion as well. Of course, she's also said that, you know, she owns Lawrence Knight and myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like in a very literal cotton picking sense, which is worse because Lawrence is black.
Yeah, I was going to say that has a lot more connotation to it because Larry's black. So, yeah.
I might have something for that too. I don't know if I ever uploaded that.
It's honestly worse when we make jokes about the fact that she unchains him from the basement and lets him out.
Yeah. It's like, what's my name? Or what's your name, Toby? Oh, it's not good. Go all the way back to LeVar Burton and Roots. But yeah. So it's there's a lot of like shady ass shit, but it all seems to come down to these same like couple of committees in a James Bond villain organization who are dictating everything that goes on in the Western world.
Absolutely.
And they're James Bond villains. I mean, flat out. Like fucking Bill Gates is in with those guys. Dude just admitted a couple months ago to releasing mosquitoes chock full of malaria into Florida.
Yes.
Yep.
Apparently he did this years ago. He just finally came out and said, "Oh, I did that." And by the way, there are no charges for that.
Mm-mm.
I mean, ecological charges at the very fucking least. You think that the EPA would be all over that shit?
No, he's an untouchable.
Yeah, he has. Well, he's also part of the club too. He's also part of the whole "I want to change the world" crew because I have billions of dollars and I think I know better than everybody else. So, yeah, you can kick rocks.
The dryer's beating up those clothes.
I'll mute.
Probably. Okay. If I had to guess, I'd say either you left some change in a pocket or like one of the toggles for your jeans or something like that is hitting the outside.
It's blankets.
Blankets?
Then how is it making noise?
It's a really old dryer.
Like, what kind of blankets are we talking about? Chainmail?
It's only 2, so it's like a small batch. Oh, you know what it probably is? So I use a tennis ball instead of dryer sheets.
What?
Really?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Huh.
I have not heard this.
Does that work?
Yeah, but you're not a woman. Yes, it works.
Well, I'm proudly not a woman. Yes, no, I do.
I think
we women, we
not
do
a
the
woman.
household things, and so you just go out do the shooty stick things.
All right, I'll do this.
Let me do the shooty stick things too. Okay, so I guess I wasn't.
Say, aren't you a Marine veteran?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, but if push comes to shove, it really falls back to woman. Get back in there and make me a sandwich.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I'll come back out and also do the shooty sticks.
She's like,
we need to eat. So
also, if, like, God forbid, if you get like a Latina like me, you'd get slapped and yelled at and be like, "You don't ever talk to me like that again."
But I'll do it.
Still get a sandwich.
make your own damn sandwich, and then I'll feel bad to make it and bring it to you. Like, please don't do that again.
Here's the thing, Naomi. In my experience with Latino women, is that you don't actually have to ask them to make a sandwich. They just assume you're starving and too skinny anyway, and will just start force feeding you, whether you ask them to or not.
Yeah, that's actually very true.
Sounds like a great deal, actually.
Yeah,
There was an Instagram reel that I saw where it was like Latino woman and a black guy, and he's making food at her mom's house, and she starts like beating him to hell, like, they're gonna yell at me. Don't you make your own food? Don't you get your own food? They're gonna tell me that I didn't raise you like this. You gotta take care of your man. It was hilarious.
Yep, that's very true. That is very true. Like, we get yelled at. So they call it, if we don't make a plate for our man, we are instantly judged. And it means that we're lazy when we're not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see it as like, you're perfectly capable of getting up and doing it yourself, because I don't know what sides you want. We have too much food. Me, I get 3 plates and try to finish it all on my own. Because we make too much food. There's just too many sides.
Yeah.
But it's really good food.
The thing about this pets deal, right? So when they talk about giving up the pets, why I'm kind of surprised nobody suggested that we just eat them instead of bugs.
I feel like,
well, no, because bugs is still on the agenda, because meat is going to be for the special people, and the masses are not allowed to eat that.
Well, I've said this before, man, but if they keep pushing this shit and they push people into a corner, poor people especially, unless they manage to somehow genocide all of us, which is the agenda, but it's not like a short-term thing, they're going to find out real fucking quick that eat the rich is not a euphemism.
No, it's a great point, and it's actually happened in historical context. I mean, the part of Game of Thrones where Joffrey is actually king, and they get ambushed, and you see the poor people like ripping them apart, and they start like taking like body parts. Well, yeah, because they're starving, they're going to eat that guy. This is a real thing, and but no, it's because of the day and age we live in, people are unfortunately a little easier to control at this moment. So
I think that might be coming to an end. You guys hear about what's going on in England right now?
Yeah.
No, what's going on?
Something like they're only reporting right now, from what I understand, 1,000 missing, but there are something like 2,000 missing cameras in the city of London.
Wow.
And they
I haven't heard that.
Find them, and they cannot prosecute, because apparently it's something like 50,000 residents are fucking doing this. They can't prosecute all of them.
Holy crap.
Like, the people are standing up.
Yeah.
And what surprised me was this is in England, where they're bending over backwards to get ass raped by immigrants.
Yes.
You're not wrong. Yes.
But that's a little bit of good news. Now, I did try to Google search up like an actual article on this stuff. Guess what? You can't find even 17 fucking pages in. They're suppressing this shit hard.
Well, of course they are. I mean, they're never not going to tell that. They're never not going to let this kind of information get out. That's what happens when you control the media, which they do.
UA actually is from the UK. Yeah, you're damn right, and I'm glad to hear it. By the way, for my English people out there, for my Brits, good on you. Keep it the fuck up.
Yep.
Yes. Well, welcome to what a revolution really means.
I made the joke that what's next? Are they going to dump the tea into the Thames?
They should.
Yeah.
They should do it.
The
British Tea Party. It has a different ring to it, but still.
Yeah. But I mean, it really, really, really speaks more if the Brits are putting tea into wasting tea.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, though, I have to ask this. UA, you're in the chat. Please explain to me why it's spelled Thames, but you pronounce it like the fucking French.
Right. I don't understand.
Because you guys hate the French.
Well, it's pronounced the Thames.
I know, which is a French pronunciation.
Why do you spell it with Thames?
Yeah, no, it's THAMES. Yeah, but it's the Thames. So no, it almost has like an E E like elongation to it, which is I don't know. It's a good question.
Shadow, you shut up. I wasn't asking you. I was asking a real Brit.
Shadow, go back to putting commie speak into the chat. All right.
No, don't do that, Shadow. Please.
Shadow, I'm aware of the fucking history. I don't need a goddamn lesson. I'm also aware that English is peppered throughout with French, words. But you know what we did? We anglicized them.
And we fixed the spelling of British.
Like, rendezvous.
There are so many words that don't make sense. I hate it. And that is one of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I made this point about 2-3 months ago on this very show about the English and the French right now currently have been at war with each other for what, over 1,000 years or more, right? Give or take, off and on, obviously, and right now immigrants are managing to do to both of your countries what neither of you could do to each other.
Well, that's because the Muslims are really good at destabilizing countries. Unfortunately, they've had a long history of infighting. And I guess the irony is that in the good book it says that that region of the world will be in forever conflict because they're very good at conflict. So, and I think it's a little bit of a culture shock as well to European countries like Sweden. I mean the refugees that they let in. I mean, literally they are running rampant to where that they see a teenage girl or a woman alone, whatever, they'll just go nuts. You got these 26-year-old, males that just do whatever they want because the cultures are different. Men have more rights in those kind of worlds. So yeah, it's culture shock. Congratulations, weirdos. You let people in that don't respect your laws and don't respect you.
Yep.
Well, here's the biggest problem with that is that they don't require assimilation.
Mm-mm.
Like the immigrant thing would not be as big an issue if they required assimilation from their immigrants. You come to our country, this is our country, like have your beliefs and whatever, that's fine. Like, but you do have to do things the way that we do them. You have to obey the laws of the land.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of like going on with I don't know if this is like derailing it, but it's Mexico's Independence Day today actually. So what I've been seeing here, so what I've been seeing here is I'm all for people celebrating and being proud where they're coming from and their heritage, but like I think it's very disrespectful when it's people from Mexico waving the flags here in the United States in Chicago and other places. We're like, okay, if you're so proud of it, why aren't you back home? That's my thing. Because like my parents are from Mexico. I was born and raised here in the States, so I'm a U.S. citizen. So I'm proud to be one. And you'll see me wearing American flags, my outfits like that. And then sometimes I don't even have any Mexican attire, like nothing with the flag on it, because that's not me. That's not my country of origin. So that's where I think like, well, that's disrespectful. And if I were to do that, like go to Mexico, celebrate 4th of July over there, I definitely would get yelled at, and I definitely get a lot of heat. So it's just really
you'd probably get shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe stuffed into an empty oil drum and set on fire. I mean,
that's
whatever.
a little too far, but okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying they do it. They do it.
They do it.
Hey, Luke Castley, good to see you. I agree. I think that at the very least in our nation, our flag should come first. I actually believe in national sovereignty. I believe that the Mexican flag should be the #1 flag in Mexico, for example, or the French flag should be the #1 flag in France. Like I do believe in national sovereignty. I think that that we can't just have open borders, otherwise you don't have nations.
Right.
But our flag should definitely absolutely come first in our country and our embassies and our consulates, our bases. I mean, it's why are we putting other flags? on equal footing.
second to sexualized flags, you mean?
Nope. That would fall
Yeah.
directly under other flags.
Mhm.
You know,
There are people in other countries that wave the American flag because they want the freedoms that we have here, and they do that to oppose their own oppressive governments.
Yes.
Right.
Look at what they did in Hong Kong. Like
Yeah.
the protesters were waving the American flag and singing our national anthem in protest of what was going on there. And then you have the weirdo, mostly children here who are just now in college and stuff, and apparently they were never taught any kind of history in high school because they don't even know they don't know literally who bombed Pearl Harbor. Talking about how socialism and communism is so wonderful. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
We just haven't done it the right way. The world hasn't.
Oh, I love that argument. Well,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well then how do we do it the right way? Because
Yes,
obviously
please tell me, child.
the 1,000 tries of the past have not worked. So maybe 1,001.
Mhm.
Yeah, because our country is so young, so we don't know anything. It's like we left your country because
For a reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the girl. I was
There's a-
literally
there's a
told
good-
that. Oh, go
yeah,
ahead, Dan.
there's a good counter argument to that though. It's like, yes, our country's young, but you're not looking at the whole picture. Not only is our country young, but when we were in our fucking infancy, we kicked the shit out of the most powerful fucking navy on planet Earth, and then we established ourselves, and within a very short 200 years, we became the dominant superpower on fucking planet Earth.
Mhm.
No other nation in history has done that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no,
We're the best.
yeah, we are. Like, okay, so I used to travel a lot for a job that I used to have, and one of the spots I stayed in was in Vancouver, Canada, and I was there for several months, and I remember talking to a local there. After my exploring, I noticed there's a lot of Asians, and I've never been exposed to a place that has so many Asians. And I asked the local girls, like, "Hey, is there a reason why there's a lot of Asians here in Vancouver? Because I'm from El Paso. Of course, you'll see a lot of Mexicans and white people are the minority. But why is it that I see more Asians than white people? Like, oh yeah, like Vancouver is known as Hongcouver." And I thought that was the most racist thing that she's ever said. And she was a white girl. And then she's like, no, like if you're already seeing it, yeah, it's called Hongcouver because the Asians are taking over. And she's like, I can't remember what park she told me to, but go there. And they literally come on boatloads and they're celebrating. It's like, all right, like that's super racist, but like, okay. And I went and did what she said. And yeah, it was a bunch of Chinese people coming on the boats and they're waving their flags and going into the port. Because I asked someone at the docks, like, is this a tour is this a cruise from China or they're just visiting? Like, oh no, they got their processing. So they're coming here to Canada to be citizens. Like what they're waving their flag. They're waving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I thought that was just super weird. If you're leaving your country, I understand China, what it is now. But like if you're leaving, but yet you're still waving the flag and you're escaping that like hell that you were in, that doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
No, it's extremely backwards.
Yeah.
Smells
quick.
fishy.
UA here, that sounds like fighting words. I mean, we can do it again if you like.
Well, this time it wouldn't even be a contest. If last time they got beat down bad, this time it would be a freaking massacre. So I don't think you want to retry that history.
Well, if Cavitano, if you're Canadian, then I think you'd probably been directly summoned.
You mentioned Asians.
Yeah. Hi, Primal.
I
good to see you.
like your sesame chicken, by the way.
What in the?
Wow. It's like I can't go to an Asian restaurant with my mother, particularly of the Chinese variety. And I know it's 9 times out of 10 it's Americanized stuff that's marketed to Americans. It's not like real Asian food or whatever. But I can't go into those restaurants with my mother because she doesn't see how saying certain things a certain way will get spit in her food. Because she likes to go in and order the fried rice.
You are joking.
No, this has happened at least twice in my presence. She's like, "Hey, let's get the fried rice." I was like, "You can't say that, Mom."
Wow.
And she doesn't
wanna
mean
be your mom.
anything malicious by it. She just thinks it's fun to say it like that.
Nope.
Your mom sounds awesome.
I mean,
She
it's not
is,
as bad as
especially when she's disappointed in Ryan.
Yes, she gets disappointed in me.
I mean, it's not as bad as my mom, Samuel, because my parents are from Mexico. We didn't grow up listening to American country music or anything. But as I got older and I got into college, I was like, I actually do like country music. This is pretty good, like good country music, not pop stuff. But I remember there was someone performing, and it was like some lineup that was happening. And my mom was with me. We were walking around, and on stage there was Darius Rucker. If you know who Darius Rucker is, he's Hootie and the Blowfish, and he sings.
Darius Rucker is, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My mom
Yeah.
looked at me. She's like, "I didn't know there were black country singers." I was like, "Oh my god, Mom!"
I mean,
Wow.
he used to do pop rock, if that helps.
I was just laughing. She's like, "I've never seen a black cowboy before," and I was like, "Okay, Mom, it's okay." We just
that
expand your
tracks.
horizons a little bit.
It makes
That's
it
like
even
people-
funnier too because your parents are actually immigrants from Mexico, so like they don't see the social inappropriateness like that we have now. They're just saying what is something that is a true statement to them. It's not
Yeah.
meant to be malicious.
Yeah,
But,
No,
like,
it's an observation, but
yeah.
It's-
My mom really did not mean to be malicious by any means. She's like, "I just never seen one."
I mean, they aren't as common as white cowboys, but they do exist.
Yeah.
It's like people saying that there are no black people in Wyoming. Have obviously never been to Wyoming. There are black people here. They do exist.
Yep.
Yeah.
But those
Like-
are the same type of people that like call states like that flyover states in a negative connotation. Like,
Cabatano, yes, that Darius Rucker.
Yeah, that Darius Rucker.
do y'all know who Cowboy Troy is?
Yeah.
sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Off the top of my
Big
head.
and Rich was the first concert I ever went to, and he opened for them, and it was
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So I encourage people of like whatever ethnic background you are or whoever you are, if you're into country, by all means, go do it, because I like Darius Rucker's music.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah.
See, I'm more into country rap. Like growing up, I loved country and I loved rap, and then now there's an actual genre of people like me that
Yeah,
made
true.
country
So
rap.
you like Jelly Roll then?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I do. And Brian Upchurch and Adam Calhoun and
Yep.
Colt Ford,
See, I like real country music, like
George Strait.
George Strait, Josh Abbott Band, Aaron Watson, Cody Johnson, Randy Rogers Band. Real like Texan and Tennessean country music.
Mhm.
Samuel, what in the hell have you done?
Shut up, Brian.
You've literally just made friends out of two people who are going to be nonstop telling me to shut the hell up.
I mean,
I see nothing wrong with this.
that was unintentional, but I see
And there
as
it
a
is.
bonus.
Shut up. You enjoy it.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll talk about it
Probably
later.
take notes.
Yeah. So, speaking of country folk, this is a terrible transition.
I was like,
Samuel
Oh,
has no
God,
idea how to
no.
transition from that.
that
Wait,
was like
And
a
I-
dirty transition.
I haven't seen this one.
I'm not the only one who has seen this on the panel, apparently. For your edification, chat, I think y'all should hear what the lady here has to say. So,
Yep.
Heather,
Yep, you
tell
should.
me, you woke up around 3:45 and you saw this. What happened?
I woke up to beating on the doors. My neighbors, I opened up the door door, my neighbors were like, get out, you know? So when I opened up the door, I seen just blazing from the garage. And I woke him up, my husband. And we got out as fast as we could. I had him move the vehicles out of the way, and I had him go back in the house to get our 2 dogs that we had in there.
When you got outside,
I mean, real quick, it kind of looks like the husband who's standing behind her. She might have just let off the cuffs that were chaining him to the radiator grill so he wouldn't burn. He looks a little malnourished, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
and you saw what was happening, you saw what was going on, what were your thoughts?
Oh my gosh. I didn't ever think it was going to happen to us.
Do you know how this fire started?
Yes, I do. It was because of my cousin. And I don't want to mention no names.
Your cousin?
Yes.
It's important that she doesn't mention any names because she mentions everything else in a minute.
Yep. Everything you need to know.
And you say you think your cousin started this. Do you know how or why?
He's mad because he can't get with me. I'm married to my husband, and it's a long story. Just make it short. Yeah.
Don't think it's that long.
In the hospital once last month, and he figured he's going to do something else to get back.
So,
wow.
So this woman said on national news that her house burned down because her cousin was trying to kill her and her husband because she won't sleep with her cousin.
Yep.
That'll do it right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel as though she might not have wanted to do that, but
was that in Alabama or something?
It was in a place called Leavittsburg. I don't see the state. I'm gonna look it up right now because I am not sure where it's from.
Holy shit!
That was one of the questions in the comments of the video.
That's in Ohio.
Ohio?
Ohio is quickly transitioning themselves, to be honest. And not in a great way.
It's a stiff story. Ding, 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 ding.
Yep, cue banjo music.
So there was no real point to my showing you guys that. It was just something fucked up
Funny.
I saw on the internet.
Yeah, well,
because you get through this and you're just like, oh my god, what
gem.
happened? Was there like a wildfire? Did like something get knocked over? Was it an accident at the neighbor's house? Did the neighbor's house burn? And I'm totally invested in this story, and then she hits me with that fucking twist, and I'm like, what?
Unexpected. And like she just says it so straight faced, like there's nothing wrong with it besides I'm married.
Yeah. And he's just mad because he can't get with me.
I was like,
maybe he's a
oh my
third
God.
cousin. I don't know.
I have relatives who live near people like that.
Oh man, that's pretty funny. I have not seen that. No, I have not seen that.
This is the right porn movie. Yeah, I was. What do you call it, Naomi? When you just you doom scrolling?
Yeah, doom scrolling.
Where you're just kind of like scrolling to see what's what, and you just keep going and keep going and keep going, and the weirdest random shit comes up. Yeah, that's how I came across that.
That's what that's called.
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Because why else are you up at 2 a.m. on your phone on Instagram, just doom scrolling?
I wasn't up at 2 a.m. on my phone scrolling Instagram. I was asleep. Were you up at 2 a.m. scrolling?
I was also on a phone call. I was on another phone call, but yes.
Yeah, you were.
Well, we ran. It was almost 1 o'clock, or it was after 1 o'clock when we all got off the call from last night's live stream. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's you guys went really late last night, to be honest.
Yeah, not as late as we did the week before. The week before was almost 3.5 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
because we had like a full show.
Mm-hmm.
We had a full show. We had JV and then Mags, and Amira, and Clue.
Oh, You know, what's funny is we had 7 people on panel, which is pretty large for this channel. And it's especially large for the Friday night show. And what's funny about that is that at the end of that, we had like 2 people in chat because most of the people who were in chat were on the panel.
Yep.
Oh.
It's like one of those things.
And ASMR.
We do stream late.
ASMR.
Well,
I watched part of it. I'll have to go back and watch the rest of it because I did miss the beginning.
You got to stop bringing up the ASMR, Naomi. That's just fucking weird.
Well, Suka brought it up. I didn't say anything.
Suka, stop it, you weirdo. Don't encourage it.
I will only you can encourage it, and I will drop my links again for my
Shadow already did. God damn it.
Shadow, do it again. Drop my links.
But before you know it, she's going to be back on feetfinder.com.
Because I also made salsa today. So I have the avocado salsa and chips. So if you guys want to.
Avocado salsa sounds awesome.
Dude, it's really good. It's my favorite to make.
Wow.
So it's just like an avocado. Really, it's just an avocado with hot water, onion and garlic, 2 jalapenos, and cilantro. Blend that up, strain it, and you're good.
Speaking of simping, there's a message for you, Ryan.
Oh no, I saw it. I just was. He's probably just glad I'm back on camera, because apparently he was deprived for all the weeks that I wasn't on camera.
Oh, yeah, I think we all were.
Yeah, is that what it was?
That's something that she might think about for posting on her channel, though, like a video.
I actually have a video made, and it's not salsa, but it's definitely ASMR.
Hey, didn't you say like 2 weeks ago you had 2 videos that were ready to go, and one of them was going to be up on Monday, and I went and looked on Monday, and there was no extra video?
There is a video that I just forgot about it because I'm trying to schedule myself, and I'm like, oh, Monday, I guess I'll have to start again next Monday.
you know, when you upload them, you can set it to release when you want, right?
Oh shoot, that's right. I didn't think about that
So
one.
it does it automatically, and you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, well, that's something I did not know, and I'm gonna have to do it now. But yeah, there's a video of me making a certain dish, Lou. So yeah, there's something out there, and I can hear that the dryer. What?
Oh, sorry, I was responding to Super Suka here. We did not show the Tinkerbell song. I might have that uploaded here. I don't recall. No, that's not it. That's definitely not it. That is JV on a giant dick, though, so we'll play that.
Oh, good lord.
I have not seen that.
You never seen that one?
No.
Yeah, it's something Kohai sent to sort of balance out the blue raspberry. Which I have to show again because Gal wasn't looking.
Sorry.
She wasn't looking.
What the fucking shit? I'm gonna go back.
Can you imagine what Dermy could do with that?
I don't want to. It's bad enough the back taco crap.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that talk.
It's I think it's becoming something that's super gross. I got to be honest.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's becoming kind of a monster that's out of control with the back taco thing.
Yeah, that's just Dermy in general, but yes.
Yes, it is.
I think I have the Tinkerbell song uploaded. I might have to fix that.
Well, I don't know if I've seen the Tinkerbell song.
Also, Samuel, can you just for me, Shadow, just for me today, can you play the Shadow yoga cactus thing?
Okay. Shadow, plug your ears, turn away from the screen. I know you hate this shit. And also, inhale just before. It's a lot smoother that way.
I'm just too freaking tired to fight it. Might as well just go along.
What the crap? Oh my God.
Well, now the kid's gonna be spurging out in the chat now.
That's Shadow I said for me, and this is the only one time.
Oh, even Luke Castley. You know, Luke Castley is one of the nicest, most proper women that I know. And
That's
out
how
there on
she
the internet,
acts.
she's a very lovely woman, and she's very proper. She believes in being ladylike, but every once in a while, that woman will say something that's so far fucking out of left field.
Yes, that is very true.
Like seriously, my favorite shorts clip that I made out of any of these live streams, my two favorites. One of them involves you, Ryan. But is the one where this also sort of involves you. But you remember the 50th stream where she suggested that if you were flexible enough and you could like lick your foot, you'd make double the money on OnlyFans.
Yes, I do remember that. Yeah.
You know, it's like this very nice, very pleasant woman who's very proper and well spoken.
Oh. You know, it's Gal probably needs context. I have a really long tongue, so I that's I wasn't gonna stick it out.
I just don't want to see that.
I mean, you know, you don't have to stick it out. I got a thing for that.
No,
That's what she said. Oh God.
Yeah, that's despite the Gene Simmons face paint, that part. Yeah,
it's real.
Okay, it's done.
It's real and it's spectacular.
No.
Actually,
the only one that seems to have an issue is Nomi. I don't understand why.
Right.
What?
I don't know. It freaks her out.
I guess.
It's just.
I've never had any complaints, so I don't know.
I'm sure you've never fought them, but I just don't like it.
You know, all those dudes I've spoken to seem to like it.
Yeah, they do.
Do they tell you you have a prettier mouth than a $20 whore?
You got a pretty mouth there, boy. You know what?
He's got a bad.
No, I don't like it. Oh, that's gross.
Fun stuff. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me get over to the channel page here. I am going to replay the Lou Castley clip because I think that's really fucking funny, and Gal would probably enjoy the context for Lou. If you ever meet her, she's a wonderful woman.
Why did Nomi leave?
She doesn't want to see your tongue, dude. I thought she was clear about that.
Howard.
All right, I'm out.
All right, let's see. I believe. Yep, here it is. All right.
You made a short about it?
Yeah.
Of course you did. Why would you not make a short about it?
Piss off.
Nope, that's the wrong one.
Ryan and Samuel.
That's the wrong one, but it's a fun one. All right, so I'm gonna go back, and then we're gonna hit the thing proper, like because I'm a professional at YouTube.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, if Ryan is flexible, you could bring your foot up to your face.
I like where this
And
said it.
lick
You say
it.
that word after we talk about two boxes.
And then you would get double the amount. I bet you. On OnlyFans.
I don't know if I'm that flexible. I'm
not that flexible.
So I was thinking, if Ryan is
It
flexible,
didn't do all of the views, but it was it's still probably my favorite clip next to the one where I made Brian go off screen because he was laughing about what I said about Ezra Miller. You know, that he runs like a female palsy victim.
Is that guacamole? Like,
Yeah, it's the avocado salsa
oh,
Jesus!
that I made.
Here I was looking at the other part of the screen, and I hadn't noticed that Nomi had brought her nasty.
It's not
I'm gonna
nasty.
sell my noises for money. to this.
Hey, dude, there are YouTube channels that are dedicated only to that. So trust me, she would make money. I'm just saying, I know there are YouTube channels dedicated to this. All right, there's a niche for everybody.
how do you know?
Because
Degenerate.
because I've played the clips, the Twitch clips at least for R2, the Icky, because he hates it so much. So I used to ambush him.
That's right. I remember that because last Friday he lost it when I was doing granola and yogurt.
He's not.
I know yogurt. I see your face. I see your face.
Phrasing, my dear.
Well, it really was granola and yogurt. That's all I had. That's all I had. And
Sure.
the first donation that I got, it was from Beak, and he's like, for granola and yogurt. It's like, oh, okay. So I just didn't have stuff to make salsa. So I have it here. But yeah, this is just, to tease you guys a little bit. But no, I won't have the sound on. Go ahead, don't make a meme out of me.
No. That's you understand how the meme game works, right? That's not really up to you.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
But she's my friend. She wouldn't do it.
I get memed to hell and back all the time, so.
That's how you know you made it if you're memed.
Yeah, let me put it this way. Kohai actually likes Shadow quite a bit. And you've seen what she did to him.
Right. I mean, I think the kid would disagree, but
How about you pay me to not do ASMR?
Wait, that's not how that works.
It's like showing up to somebody's house in a trench coat and nothing else, and like maybe a clown wig and dancing on their porch and being like, you know what, I'll go away if you give me money.
That sounds like something you've done before.
I realize that came off as probably a little too specific.
Detailed.
It's a little.
That's why I was like, it sounds like you've done that.
Nothing.
Telling secrets. Oops.
Hey, I'm the one who spills the beans.
Yeah. Suka no me ASMR equals Ryan's tongue.
Oh, good lord.
I laughed so hard I farted. That's anyway.
You're like, anywho, whatever.
Yeah. So this Ballbusters thing.
Which one?
Gal. How in the hell did they talk you into joining that nightmarish panel?
Well, this is so in Vegas, Adam, Soldier Spirit Adam, met Ryan and asked him to come on to Vets Talking, like way back when. And Ryan mentioned it like before, and I watch Ryan and a bunch of other people. In
Ryan Kennel, not me.
Yes.
She doesn't watch me.
Sorry.
She doesn't watch me.
The real
Right
Ryan
now with
actually,
that tongue.
Really?
The real Ryan,
Yeah,
actually the one that's actually worth seeing.
Yeah.
Technically, I am older than him, so no.
But anyway.
But you're not as funny as he is, and racist.
That's
Yeah.
probably that's probably a good point on both.
Mostly that, yeah.
Yeah.
But so Ryan went on
the
to
racism that drawed the ladies in.
I guess fine. So Kinnell went on to Skinamax, and I was in the chat, and he brought up that I was a Marine and that they should have me on. And so that's how I met Dermy, was coming onto like Vets Talking streams and into chats. And then Sheila can't do it anymore, and they needed boobs. So we're like, hey, gal.
I mean, on the nose, but sure.
Well,
No.
At the same point, I do want to give Gal a compliment. I think she can hold her liquor better than Sheila Aliens could, because usually by the end of the night, Sheila would be very sloppy. It would
Not
always-
that, there was one stream that
I want to join those. I want to see how you and
I can. I mean, Gal, me, we can both tell Dermy that you want to be on. I don't think
Yep.
you might
Well,
not come back. though.
You might regret it.
unfortunately, Ballbusters runs at the same time as Abyssal
Mm.
Musings does,
Oh,
which is
I
part of the
remember
reason
that.
that I have. Yeah, otherwise I would be in the chats like yucking it up with the rest of you guys. But unfortunately, we are running a stream at the same time because it just worked out that way. I don't know.
I know
There's
one
only
time
so
you
many hours in the week.
There was one time you wanted me to come on Abyssal Musings. I was like, I already told Dermy I'd be on Ballbusters. I was like, sorry, dude. I felt
No,
bad.
it's fine. You go humiliate yourself with the fat man. That's cool.
And now the friggin' asshole's making us watch Ahsoka, so it's
Yeah,
so
me too.
fun.
Ryan's doing it to his crew too.
Yeah, but the difference is that I actually show it on screen. So even if you haven't watched it, you're forced to watch it on the channel.
Yeah, that's
What's
worse.
mean?
That's worse. I have
That's
seen
worse.
more Ahsoka because of Friday night's Royal Rumble than I have any other reason. You know, and I
You
do. I
also saw
watch
Velma
this,
too.
I forget the name of the channel, but there's a guy who does these things where like Qui-Gon and Anakin and Obi-Wan react.
Oh, that's so funny. I've seen that.
Those things are hilarious. So I've seen a fair amount through that too, but I've seen more of it on your show.
In last night, so we showed pretty much a lot of the new episode of Ahsoka. We got claimed for everything else under the sun, like music clips that were like a part of Pinata Farm stuff, like just goofing on us, memeing on people. We didn't get a single claim for Ahsoka once. And
Wow.
I straight up put that all over the freaking stream.
Awesome.
It's really sad, actually.
I'm
Disney
actually
doesn't
glad
Yes,
they just posted
but-
that.
Ahsoka in general is really sad.
Yeah, you were too busy getting blue balls, Blair, pal. Got
Yeah,
blocked
that was
by
the
your
whole thing.
sister.
It was a whole thing.
Oh god.
I was gonna miss Ryan's panel because I had an opportunity to go, do things and
No,
do
sister
someone
ruined
with
it.
someone, whatever.
Ah.
And yeah, and there was some family stuff that came up, and my sister had asked me to go do something else with her, and so I ended up doing that, and then I ended up spending some time with my brother, talking with him, and I love my family, but I also kind of hate them both right now. No, it's all good. It's fine. There'll be other opportunities. Whatever. It's not like I've got ancient eldritch balls that can't handle much more of this or anything. Anyway.
No idea what an Ahsoka is.
Yes,
It's fine. I wouldn't worry about it if you don't know. It's fine.
Yeah. You're better
However,
off not knowing.
I will say, and I mentioned this to Nomi and Amira and Larry last night, that against my better judgment, because I haven't watched the anime and I haven't read the manga because I fucking hate the art. But I did finish last night the live action One Piece.
I've heard it's good.
It is.
I've
I
heard
enjoyed the hell out of it.
When the anime first came out, like in 99, I think, I thought it looked stupid. Like,
Yeah,
really dumb.
because it does.
Because it really does. And then my brother started watching it a year or two ago, I think. And he told me, like, we were talking about it once. And he was just like, you need to start watching this. I'm like, but it looks so stupid. And I really don't like I didn't like Naruto when it was dubbed when I was younger because it treated the audience like they were stupid, treated kids like they were stupid. And I hate shows like that. I've hated it since I was a kid. I'm not stupid. I am okay with more mature themes and all of that. My brother made me watch it. I fucking love that anime so much. Holy crap. And I've barely scratched the surface of it. It's really good. The artwork, I think, gets better, is what I've seen and heard from people. But
I don't like the character designs. I don't like, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't watch a lot of anime for that reason because a lot of Eastern animation design styles and stuff just don't click for me. Like if I were to take Akira for example, right? which I'm assuming everybody here has seen at some point.
No, I have
Except
not.
Nomi,
No.
because Nomi hasn't fucking watched anything ever.
Yep.
Um,
I know.
So Akira is one of the single most amazingly animated things to come out of Japan ever. Like there's still today, they're not coming close. And part of it is because the frame rate is a lot more Western than what they normally do, because they normally do like a 1 frame for every 2 seconds, give or take. This was 1-to-1, which when everything was a lot smoother. But they did things with the lighting in that movie that haven't been replicated since, and it's incredible. But the basic character designs of some of the characters, like the little kids or Tetsuo when his head's getting all big and weird and all that stuff, are just fucking aesthetically unpleasing. It just, and so I've never really been a fan of anime art styles, and I understand there's hundreds of different styles. You get different artists, they have their own styles and all that, but there's a certain aesthetic that runs through most anime that I just don't care for. I prefer American animation, and by American animation I mean anything that was made prior to 2000. When shit started getting ugly on Cartoon Network and stuff, and then that infected everything else, like Nickelodeon and all that stuff, and everything just got really gross looking. You could even go so far as to say that Ren and Stimpy really started that trend.
God, I hate that.
Yeah.
This is hilarious.
A massively inappropriate show for kids, by the way.
It was, but it was also ugly.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, it was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I was uninterested because of that. I didn't even care about the meat of it.
I had the same issue with Beavis and Butthead. It was ugly animation. I got over that because it's basically the same style for King of the Hill, but I got over it because they'd actually perfected their animation at that point, and it was a much better show. I think King of the Hill is extremely underrated. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's a very good show. Yeah.
See, I didn't really care for King of the Hill. It wasn't really my thing.
It's hilarious. It's well written.
I would probably actually go back and rewatch it now, because maybe now that I'm older, because I was pretty young when it came out.
Because you're an adult.
Yeah, because I would probably understand adult themes a little bit better, other than being 12 when it came out.
Well, you said that you don't care for King of the Hill, and I only have one thing to say to you. That's my purse. I don't know you. Nothing. Gal knows what I'm talking about. That's the episode where Bobby goes to learn self-defense at the women's YMCA, or the YWCA, or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they teach him to shout, "That's my purse. I don't know you," and then kick him in the balls and run away.
Yeah. It came out in '97. I was 11 actually when it came out. January 12th, 1997. I was 11 years old. Holy shit.
Okay, so I guess you're not that much older than me.
No, I'm not that. I'm not over 40 yet.
Yeah, I am.
My favorite part is I can't remember the character's name, but are you Chinese or Japanese? Do you know?
Oh, the one that recently passed away, the voice actor.
Did he?
Yeah.
Was it Dale?
Dale. Yeah,
Yeah,
Dale.
recently. Yeah, the voice actor for Dale is the one that recently passed away.
Mm-hmm. Are you Chinese or Japanese?
We the ocean.
Yeah.
You're from the ocean?
Are you attempting to know me?
You know what my favorite Dale Gribble line of all time was, and I realize, Ryan, that you won't have much context for this, was when he showed up to support Bobby at Bobby's play. And and then afterwards he came up to him and he was just like, "Bobby, the way you moved your hands, just masterful. I never know what to do with my hands. That's why I smoke."
That sounds really not good, by the way.
It's better in context with the actual thing up on this. Yeah, go watch the show. It's good. It's
I'll put it on the list. I will. I'll put it on the list.
But also, what I loved about Dale, that character, is that he was married to that blonde, and he thinks that
Luann.
Yeah, not Luann.
Luann was yeah.
I can't remember his wife's name, but like how she has a son and he thinks it's his, but you can tell like
It's
the
John Redcorn's kid. Yeah.
John Redcorn's
That's
kid.
right. Yeah.
It's like an Indian kid. He's like, that's my boys. Like
Joseph Gribble. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great show.
I'm glad
But,
you
you know,
guys are sane because Dermy thinks that 2000 and on was an animation.
Dermy's a fucking
renaissance.
child, and I mean that literally. He
He
has
is
no
a child.
frame of reference.
He literally is a child.
He was arguing that the 2000s are what really made animation what it is today and how it just made everything great. And I'm like,
I will
the
agree
opposite.
that 2000s are what made animation what it is today, but what animation is today is shit. So, you know,
Although
yeah.
Hayao Miyazaki is an exception.
Hayao Miyazaki is in a class of his own.
Yes.
You know, that's a whole other can of worms. And even there's some things aesthetically I don't care for, but his studios do some really excellent, like, fluid animation.
Mhm.
You know, like it's almost like he went back and watched like the old Disney stuff from the 30s, 40s, and 50s.
Yeah.
You know, because they were experts at their craft. If you watch Lady and the Tramp, for example, which came out in I think 54, 56, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the most beautifully animated films ever made.
Yep.
Ever. And part of the reason for that is because all of the animators spent weeks and weeks and weeks studying dogs and their anatomy and videos of them moving and in various positions. And if you watch the film, those dogs move like real dogs. They're obviously drawn, but they were drawn extremely well by somebody who paid attention to real dogs.
You mean put in the work and actually cares about the work itself?
And as a matter of fact,
It's lost
Lady and the
art.
Tramp is used in art schools as like
Really
a paragon of animation. You know, as something to aspire to. Yeah, they use it to teach potential future animators how to do it, how it's done, how it should be done.
how far Disney has fallen.
Well, that was back when they actually had to have legit talent, right? Because now they literally let the computer do everything, and and that's one of the reasons that in my opinion CGI has gotten so lazy, is because there's no creativity in it anymore, to where people who used to have creativity and had to do it a certain way transition to CGI, where they would like do a mixture of like practical and CGI effects, which was beautiful in like the original Jurassic Park. And then of course now it's just nothing but CGI, where there is no creativity left. You didn't have to use your brain to try to figure out how to build something. Now they're just like, and it's just it's lifeless in my opinion.
Yeah, soulless.
Yes, it's soulless. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and you know, so that I think that speaks to Dermy's taste, though, too. Like, you know, he thinks that everything that you know came about during his lifetime is the greatest ever. But he's also a member of one of the most soulless generations to ever walk the face of the fucking earth. Like, what? How the fuck would they know?
Right.
You know, they wouldn't know any better. You know, and I like no real shade on Dermy in this context, because I actually get along with the guy very well. But he's young and he's wrong.
Yeah, no, I mean, and he actually has some pretty good takes on quite a few things. He does understand, you know, older anime and stuff like that. But
I think he just is not seeing past his nostalgia for things like Ben 10, and there was another one that he was just adamant about. And I'm like,
Ben 10 is so retarded.
It's
for real.
I can't.
Look, there were bad cartoons when I was a kid too, but
yes.
Whoa! Release the McCracken. Is this true? Hold on. He says,
yes, he did. This motherfucker.
Yeah, he did. I saw that. Yeah, he does. He prefers Amber Heard to Amaranth. Personally think
because she's
both
plastic.
Evil.
Like, obviously plastic.
Yeah.
You prefer what? Sorry.
Wow.
Oh, I prefer women who are not evil.
Oh, right. Yes.
I'll take women who are not evil for 500, Alex. Which is a joke that only those of us who remember that can make.
Wow.
Sorry, Dermy, I'm not explaining that one to you. You're too young.
Well,
how young is he?
He's like 26.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I
like
think
25, 26. I think he just turned 26.
So he's a baby.
Mhm.
Yeah. He's a very, very, very young millennial, but he grew up like in the Gen Z era. You know,
Yeah.
and by young millennial, I mean like 26. He probably was born in like 98,
So
99,
he's
So-
something. Right
Taylor.
about the time I was graduating high school. Yeah.
So I'm like an older millennial. There's even like depending on who you talk to, like where the calendar the year actually stops because I was born in 85. Like, but I remember life before the internet. I remember life before Google, before Windows 95. Like I remember all that shit. Like I learned how to use a computer. I learned how to do MS DOS on a computer in school, in elementary school. So yeah.
They're saying now, and again, I had this argument with Amira last night, but it's they changed the dates every time somebody else comes out and they're like, oh well, I want to fit in this group or I want to fit in this group, so we'll just say that millennials start here, Gen X starts here, Zoomers start here, and it's arbitrary at this point. It used to be there were set times that everybody understood. Like when I was growing up, when I was a kid, 1983 was the beginning of Generation Y, or the millennial generation, because they were to be the last generation before the new millennium. That's why they were called that.
Makes sense.
I was born in 1980. Now they're saying 1981 is the cutoff date, and they keep pushing that shit back, trying to fit my ass in with the millennials. I'm a fucking Gen X. I mean, I'm one of the last of them, but I was like, I hate jumping on that millennial boat. But there's also a bit of a gray area there, because between like 1978 and 1984, all those kids grew up more or less the same way. You know, so there's some overlap between the oldest millennials and the youngest Gen X, and in terms of how they grew up and the world that they grew up in. So I kind of get that, but yeah, you'd be, Ms. Ryan, I think you're only about 5 years younger than I am.
I'm 38. I don't care if anybody knows. I just literally just turned 38 a month and a half ago.
That's about 5 years younger than I am. I'm very, very, very nearly 43. So
okay.
So yeah, you would have been like an earlier millennial.
Yes, very early, because like I said, they keep pushing the Overton window. But I have one of my army buddies. He was born in 83, and it used to be he was kind of like on the line, right? So it just depends. But I think if you were born before the age of the internet, I think you have a very different worldview than those after the actual internet, the birth of the internet.
Yep. Gone are the days.
Yeah.
Thanks for making me feel old, Ryan. I'm not even
You're welcome.
old. I'm not even old, but I feel old because of you.
There's a lot of things that make me feel old now, though.
Yeah, Super Suka is not wrong here. One of my kids is old enough to make me a grandpa. She hasn't yet, to the best of my knowledge, but
if Samuel had his camera on, he'd be giving a stern look like, you better not.
Oh yeah, you know what I've told her for years and years and years, no smooching until you're 30 or I'm dead, whichever comes first.
Would you want to be a grandpa though?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, maybe eventually, but I'm fucking 43. I'm not that old.
That's like perfect age to be a grandpa. That's like,
I know. That's the problem. Is like, because like I'm old enough to be Dermy's dad if I had been less careful in high school.
Oh, I wouldn't claim that.
Yeah, I'm not super happy about it either, Ryan. Them's the breaks. That's why I keep telling Shadow, is like, shut up, kid, because you are a kid to me. You know, like you are literally young enough to be my child. You know, as a matter of fact, my oldest child is older than you are. Not a lot, but she is. You know?
No, I dude, I actually get that one. Yeah, like sometimes. I mean, he's a good kid, but sometimes when he talks, I'm just like, dear God, I forgot that you were born after 9/11 happened. When it comes to Shadow,
and that's what boggles my mind, that there's kids that hang out with us and they weren't even born when 9/11 happened.
We did. I think Ryan and I actually did a stream where we talked about where we were.
Yes.
And Shadow was like, I don't remember this. And I was like, we know.
Like, shut up, dude.
There's things that some
now he's
people
just
say
being
where
a
I can
smart
say
ass.
that.
Look, little troll. Look at him now. He's just being a smart ass.
Well, it doesn't matter now.
Yeah.
It's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
So sorry, Gal, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just saying there are some things that people say that I can still claim I wasn't born yet. So that makes me happy, but they're becoming much fewer and far between, which makes me sad.
Do you remember the fall of the Berlin Wall?
Mm-mm.
Because I do.
When was the fall of the Berlin Wall? Was that 87? 87. I was going to say 86.
No, it was 89. I was thinking of Challenge
When in 89.
Yeah, which I also remember.
Yeah, no, I was alive for the fall of the Berlin Wall, but I don't remember it. I don't know anything about that.
Like what month?
February.
I don't remember.
It was the begin. Yeah, okay. I wasn't. I was.
To be fair, I was a child.
Yes.
But yeah, no. My mother actually used to do hospice work, and she worked with a woman who was an immigrant from West Germany, and she had a piece of the wall on her mantle.
Ooh, history.
That she brought over with her. Yeah,
interesting.
Very cool. I got to hold a piece of it in my hands. Never been outside of the lower 48, but that was a neat experience. And it feels weighted, and I don't mean just because it's a big hunk of brick, you know. It feels weighted. Even as a child, I could feel that kind of thing. But
well,
okay, I think
Twitter's
got some. What?
Twitter's gonna Twitter. I got some memes to show.
All right.
Hold on. Do you want me to pull it up, or are you gonna pull it up?
Why don't you do it? You've got it up.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't realize with the. I was wondering why I had so many notifications. But at least the McCracken just has this. Jesus. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
Is that your foot, Lummy?
No, because I don't have red heels.
It's not.
I know.
It should be like some chips and salsa down there getting ground into the tie.
Oh, God.
Yes, it's chips and salsa that Ryan wants to get inside his mouth.
Wow.
That was I'm gonna applaud that a little bit. That was that was pretty good. Tommy.
Like toe chips and salsa.
Still gross, but it was pretty funny.
Wow, we went to
I got the people laughing.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
We're a simple folk.
We got Zillage dying. It's awesome. I mean, not awesome that you're dying, but
Speaking of Godzilla, have you guys seen the trailer for Godzilla -1?
yes.
No, I have not.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can find it. I am excited.
I'm always
very
excited.
Ask Ryan. I'm
what?
very rarely excited about anything.
Wait, what did you say?
I said I'm excited.
Yes, but I heard somebody say I'm always excited. What the hell?
I said I'm always excited for Godzilla.
Yeah.
Oh, I see because it got cut off, and that's why I was like, "Whoa, what are we going with this?" My fault.
She
My
was getting,
fault.
She was getting
Get your
excited
head
for
out of
salsa.
the gutter.
Yeah, she was getting excited for the salsa. It's gonna be poured down your mouth.
Oh, God. This is turning into a weird porn.
Welcome to Saturdays.
Yeah. I mean, we're not quite as degenerate as some of the other guys that you hang out with, but
Yeah,
but
like
Yeah.
Bernie.
we're
Yeah.
not innocent. Shit, where did I put that at? Might have been in this one. I do have it saved somewhere, so I will keep looking for it. But yeah, it looks good. I'm excited for it. I'm very. You know what? Fuck it. We'll just do this the easy way. Instead of having to look through fucking archives of stuff. I save a lot of crap throughout the week just in case I feel like talking about it later.
Yeah, I usually email it to myself. I have stuff from probably like 2 weeks ago that I've emailed to myself that I'm just gonna like go back and talk about it a little bit, and then like see if I can't jump forward and find something current to like lead into of the same, like new information, because I'm so bad about it, especially lately. I'm actually literally dropping my first video, and I since before I packed all my crap up to move from Florida. So like literally after this stream goes off air, it's gonna drop at about like, I don't know, 6:30, 7 o'clock, somewhere in there.
Nice.
Yeah. I haven't talked about anything in a long time except for on live stream. I want to cross that 500 subscriber thresh mark.
All right.
Is that
So he's getting close. I thought weren't you just about there?
Oh no, yeah, no, I literally keep teetering. So every time like the weekend purge happens, like I'll jump up a few and then I lose a few, and it's like this limbo back and forth. But the sad thing is that I'm only like 100 watch hours shy of the 3,000 that you need for
Wow. Monetization.
initial monetization, because it used to be 1,000 subscribers, but obviously they bumped it down to a 500 for
partial.
like people can partial monetization. I guess you don't get Google AdSense, but you really don't get a whole lot from Google AdSense as it is.
Yep.
So you get
we just hit 212 subscribers yesterday or today on this channel, which is pretty huge.
Yeah, because weren't you?
Oh, Larry,
weren't you before 200? Like just like last night or the day before, or some shit.
Yep.
No, we hit 200 last week. But
okay, I guess maybe I read that.
But yeah, we were stuck around 191, 193 for fucking a month and a half. And so we weren't seeing a lot of growth there, but we have seen some growth, and it's been pretty cool. As far as watch hours go, though, this is one thing I can say: we may have small subscriber count by comparison to a lot of other channels, but I mean, I'm like 300 watch hours away from 4,000.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, no, we
people watch my shit.
Yeah, like even when it comes to so like I have less watch hours than you do, but I have more subscribers. So like you're the people that watch your shit are like even more on point than mine. And so, but, yeah,
There's here for Gogeta.
Gogeta. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Gogeta.
I just wasn't sure if it was meant to be like a Dragon Ball Z reference or just a misspelled Godzilla. So I didn't say anything.
Gogeta.
Everybody's links, Cavalryman, should be in the description, at least on my channel. I think, are you watching on Ryan's probably?
What's a Gogeta?
Godzilla.
It's
okay.
Godzilla.
That's
so we're gonna watch this trailer.
Yeah.
I kind of don't really care if we get hit for this, because this is a very cool thing, But if at any point you guys want to say something, go ahead and tell me to stop playing, and we'll stop and talk about it.
I just after we watched this release the McCracken, updated the meme to have chips and salsa now. So now congratulations,
Thanks,
Nomi.
buddy.
You are a part of the meme now.
No,
you did that to yourself, by the way. I had nothing to do with that. You said it.
Yeah, but there's no. You know what? I'm not gonna say anything because I'm gonna dig a bigger hole in this. But I'm okay with the chips and salsa by your mouth.
You see that, Shadow?
Well, the foot's still there.
Okay,
Shadow, though,
good.
this is how you don't dig a bigger hole. You stop talking about it, Shadow.
Yep.
Talking to you.
Learning experience for the
Yeah. All right. So let's watch.
あれはゴジラ？
So hard right now.
I love it. So awesome.
You're taking this shit back to the beginning. That's amazing.
I know, because I used to watch those as a kid.
Oh, that's a great shot.
政府はこの情報を国民に伏せています。誰かが貧乏くじ引かなきゃなんねんだよ。みんな死んだぞ。この恥知らず。その怪物は許してくれない。
ゴジラ-1
That looks freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I had chills. Oh my god.
That looks fucking good. You know, I can't wait for the squishing.
The squishing.
Well, here's something that the legendary movies never really got from me. You know, never really seemed to understand. Was it having a couple of characters who you know the names of is one thing, but we don't care about the human drama. That's not why you go to see a kaiju movie. You go to see the squishing.
Yep.
That's the purpose. Or failing that, if you're gonna have Godzilla and King Ghidorah duking it out on screen, put them on the fucking screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you can put people running from them, and you know, while they're fighting, see, you know, them getting stomped on and buildings crushed. That's fine, but the human drama aspect of it is I don't care. Like
Secondary.
I want to watch. If I'm gonna watch a monster movie, I want to see the monsters fight. That's
Yeah,
the bottom line.
It's not. It's you don't go to those for the human interest.
Yeah, I mean, there's some of them that like I think did well. This may be possibly a a bad opinion or a hot take for some people, but I actually liked the Rampage movie. Yes, see, there's some people that liked it and some that don't. I played the original game, so like there's nothing really story-wise to it. So the fact that they added some story was fine. Some of it was a little over the top though in other areas. So I think I would just I would tweak it a little bit, a little less people, a little more monsters. But so
yeah. You know,
and I even like the 98 Godzilla movie, and I know that's a super hot take.
Yeah, you're on an island of by yourself with that one.
No, which is fine because I'm allowed to be on that island by myself because as a kid I watched the ones from 1987, like so it's in all that. Like so I started watching it back when like the legitimate the way it was. It's not like I started with 98. I watched all that as a young kid.
Yeah. It's kind of like I get why the producers and writers and whatnot think that the human interest needs to be there. They somehow seem to think that giant monsters beating the shit out of each other and kicking down skyscrapers isn't interesting enough.
Right.
That does.
You know, that's like the legendary films were good films for the most part. I didn't mind those movies. I thought most of them were pretty good. But there was entirely too much focus on the street level. You know, like even when they were showing the monsters, it was always obscured by a building or smoke, or the camera was shaky or some other shit. They found some way to make it feel like you were the one experiencing it and really there. When that's not what I was there to see. I want to see Godzilla beat some monster ass. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. No, I trust me. I completely get it.
I did enjoy King of Monsters, though.
I did too. For the most part, I did.
The only human I cared about was Serizawa too.
Yeah, fair enough.
He was the best part, and like when he dies,
yeah, that was a little rough. But Ken Watanabe has a
yes,
like a quality of gravitas that he brings to everything he does.
He's amazing at everything he does.
Yeah. I would love to see him in a slapstick comedy at some point just to see if he can do that. If he
feel like he could.
Yeah.
It's Gojira, not Gojita, guys.
Yes, Gojira.
Gojira.
And
Slightly different here, Donna.
I'll say I'm just gonna say the 98 movie had that correct, by the way.
They did. I remember that.
So, but I do have a question because Release the McCracken said something about he's like you and Yellow Flash. Laugh out loud. Was Yellow Flash like 98 Godzilla 2 or something?
That's what I took from that, but I don't know.
That's what I kind of took too.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yes, Gojira.
Yeah, no, I didn't give a shit about the humans, but I even watched I watched the anime after the fact, and that was more Godzilla like. The anime was actually very well received by Godzilla fans compared to the actual movie, and that's what the second movie was supposed to be. Was what the anime was.
Oh, you're talking about the Netflix movies that they did?
No, I'm talking about like the actual animated cartoon for kids of Godzilla. They did an animated cartoon. That's what the second movie was supposed to be from the first one. That
It was on Fox.
Yes, it was.
Oh, right, yeah.
And that was actually very well received.
At some point.
Did what?
No, I was thinking of something else. Never mind.
Sure.
I enjoyed the show because I loved Godzuki.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The show was good too. Yes. I liked it too.
Yeah.
I grew up with that.
But there's an element of camp to the older movies too. To some of them. I mean, the first Godzilla movie I ever saw after the original 1954, which I originally saw when I was too young to watch it, not because it was scary or anything, but because I hadn't learned to read yet, and it was all subtitled.
Yeah.
And so I had no fucking idea what was going on. But was Godzilla versus Megalon, which is still to this day one of my favorites. But let's be real, it's silly. You know, it's a 4-way grudge match. So if for those of you who don't know, who haven't seen it, Godzilla comes out of retirement to battle Megalon, who's basically a subterranean cockroach that fires like, you know, heat beams from his antenna, you know, and has drills for hands or whatever. And he comes out and he's tearing up shit. Godzilla's like, well, I'm gonna go fuck up Megalon. And so he's doing that, and then all of a sudden Gigan comes back from space for some fucking reason and joins up with Megalon to kick Godzilla's ass. So the humans, they go and they built this robot called Jet Jaguar, and it's, you know, human sized. And they're like, oh, okay, we're gonna go we got to send this guy out to help Godzilla. And they're like, how are you going to help Godzilla? It's our size and all that stuff. And so it grows up to be Godzilla's size, and they've got people in it piloting it. So this kung fu fucking robot comes out to help fight Gigan, and it's just, oh man, it's a fun movie. Yes.
So I like that you got really. I like that you got really excited just talking about what you just described right now.
Look, older shit was fun.
He got giddy about it. Like,
it sucks.
Oh,
you know, I don't get excited about current day stuff because I'm inevitably disappointed.
Thank you, Zillage, right there. The original Power Rangers is second to none.
The original Power Rangers is a ripoff of Voltron.
Well, yeah, but you know what? The original Power Rangers did it better, bitch. So fuck off.
Just saying.
It's more
It's not
popular.
original.
I wasn't allowed to watch Power Rangers.
What?
No, what?
Okay.
Both of you guys. Oh my gosh.
Did your parents always abuse you like this?
Yes.
I would have called child protector.
So have you like never watched it since adulthood?
No. Like
Wait, you still haven't watched it to this day?
You haven't watched one Power Ranger episode. One.
No.
You got Larry off of mute for this.
I mean, I don't care much for.
Well,
Power
I'm
Rangers
muting
and
for
I
your
care
sake,
about
man.
it.
Unless you want to hear a crying baby.
Oh no, I was just saying that's how serious it is. Is that Larry came off of mute to be like, whoa, what?
What are you trying to say, Ryan?
That you're always on mute?
Yeah, you're always on mute. That it's so shocking of what I just said that you had to come on mic to.
No, me. Don't stick up for him. That's not what that's about.
Don't stick up
It's
for you
bad
like
enough that he forced me to read that disclaimer last night on his show.
That was the funniest fucking thing.
We have a highly esteemed guest on this
you
panel.
know what? I
And
need
once
to
again, you are taking aim at me again.
I'm gonna clip that and turn that into a short. You reading that right there. I'm gonna do that because that was the funniest thing last night.
I'm glad. Would you like me to restart the cotton gin for you too?
Yes, I actually would. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. You want to make some money.
And for the future, I would appreciate if you answer. Yes, some Master.
Oh, no, I'm not Shadow. You be quiet, Kohai.
Flip said press X to doubt for a highly esteemed guest. Wow. Shots fired at Gal. Wow.
Did you see what I replied with? When he said it, I'm like, no, I am not.
I'm just glad the attention's not on me anymore.
Appreciate it.
So you never seen a Megazord, a Power Zord, Dragon Zord?
Well, yeah, in passing, like the toys and all, but never
African
seen an
Zord,
episode.
nothing.
African Zord? What?
You never seen
That's
an African
not a
Zord?
No.
It's not a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. That's why you haven't seen it.
Well, I was just saying, like, I would have never known because I don't know.
Well, one day when we meet in person, I got the Time Life, all the DVDs that they did for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's like all the original 3 seasons. I'll let you borrow it.
Okay.
And then you can watch it from start to finish.
All right.
Oh, I want them back. You sounded very excited, like, okay.
No, just like I just like that you guys are, investing yourself into me of learning Power Rangers. I know that Pink Ranger was like the pretty one and everybody wanted to be her as girls. And
I was more of a Yellow Ranger kind of kid.
I wanted to be the Yellow Ranger.
And
I mean, even as a boy, I had a little bit of
yellow fever.
I did too. I won't lie about that. I did too.
I didn't. I was into pink.
I bet.
Brian was into stink.
What if you can stick your tongue there?
Ew.
I knew I could turn that around.
That's all on you. I don't care.
Look,
don't bother me.
Here's the thing. For those of you out there watching, and I know that most of you already know this stuff, but for anybody new who comes across, we don't stand on ceremony here. You can sling all the mud you want. Just be sure that you can handle it when it's slung back.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I ask.
Yep.
Yeah, nobody's safe here.
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah. You've thrown plenty of mud at me and it's stuck, Ryan.
It's giving him that nice mocha sheen.
You know what? I'm gonna
ketchup smell.
I'm gonna message a mirror and tell her to put you back in the basement in chains.
Who do you think got me up here? Good luck with that.
She let you loose for once.
Yeah.
I like that
So-
Samuel was the only one who got my joke.
They have to say it again.
I think she's choking on her chips.
No. I'm just snacking on something, but Samuel said that he's like, yeah, because Larry has that mocha sheen on him. And then I replied back, yeah, with a ketchup smell.
No. She's losing it. Back full screen.
Oh, right.
No, I'm not going to lose it because
it's too late.
my own
It is too late.
joke.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So Tiff probably doesn't realize that when Nomi tells a joke and she really cracks herself up, she'll go on for like a good couple of minutes, and we just full screen her because it makes her laugh more.
I figured.
Yeah.
It's kind of a thing now. It even happens when she's not on
Lord.
camera, which is hilarious. We highlight the black square and she still dies laughing.
Nice.
You know, I was listening back to last week's episode of Abyssal Musings, and Nomi, you lose your shit on that like 4 or 5 times over the course of the live stream. Like it gets to a point where Amir's like, dude, just mute her mic. Come on. I was like, no, this is funny.
Yeah, I haven't done that all of yesterday, and I haven't done it today, so it's been an off week, I guess.
Oh, which clip that makes Nomi laugh? Which one are we talking about?
Yeah,
There's a few. I don't know. I don't think.
Oh,
this
is there
one
a
makes
clip
Nomi
like
laugh.
the Steph in the chick falling and hitting the car clip.
There's
type of
Ryan's
thing.
tongue.
Kind of.
Oh yeah. What in the hell?
That's Caucasian Sasquatch.
I've never seen that clip. I gotta be honest.
I don't pull that one out much, but it's a fun clip.
It is a fun clip, but that's not that one. That one's not it. That like makes me lose it. I don't even know which one you're talking about.
I'm not sure.
I don't
what he's talking about
either. There's too many times you.
That one doesn't make me laugh.
No, that one. That one.
Not that one.
Makes me hurt on the inside.
Yeah,
I mean,
that one hurts
I'm
my
not
ears.
a dude. I'm not a dude, but I feel it for the guys. Apparently, a gal
This
like
is just the tip of 5 guys at once. Are you kidding me?
Oh, good lord. Why?
That's not the worst one.
That's not even the bad one.
That's not the worst one.
That's not the worst one.
There's a worse version of that.
Show her the worst one.
No, don't show her the worst one.
Yes.
Honestly, all I can think of is thank God that Dermy hasn't seen this.
Dude, you suck. I haven't seen that one in a while. You really suck.
It was worth it though.
He showed it the other day. Didn't you show it last week?
He did show it last week.
Yeah, we might have showed it last night too.
With horror. Well, we showed it last week with Horror Murata and Obsidian.
What the fuck, man? I wasn't even on the panel. What are you showing it for?
Honestly, dude, for some reason, Amira can't get enough of that.
Oh, go figure. Amira likes it. Like,
She's into torture.
Hey, if she comes on, you got to do what you're told. It's not our fault.
Here, I got something that'll help Ryan feel a little better.
Yeah.
$20 is $20, but I'm gonna need the money up front, big boy.
Fucking Shadow. That's work.
You two can have Shadow for $20.
Yeah, I don't know why Zillage.
Yeah, Zillage, she does.
Like last night, she's like, "No, you got to play it again. No, play the other one, the long one."
Oh God.
It's brutal stuff.
I'll never understand Middle Eastern women, I guess.
No,
So
they're,
Suka wants to know what
hard
is
to
Larry's pick. Yeah, you could thank Shadow for that.
Oh, right, yeah. So we're gonna put him up full screen here. That's Amira, and down there on the chain on the leash is Larry.
Wow. Wow.
And that's Kohai that she's aiming me at.
Yeah.
Why is Kohai's avatar topless?
Shadow.
Kohai's avatar is hentai.
Oh.
I never looked that closely. I did not know.
She's changed it since. She's got a whole other thing now. It's a whole demon memer thing, and it's very cool, and it's less, notice me, senpai.
Good Lord.
I'm not sure if I should be more or less worried that Tiff knows exactly what I'm talking about.
I have no words. No comment.
That's no comment. Right as you said it. That's not a coincidence.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know how they would fit a whole boat in their pants. But nothing. Chinese boat, fishing boat. It's called a junk.
Didn't even know that.
I didn't either.
Well, that joke fell flat. That only works if you have a certain amount of cultural knowledge.
So Samuel, I have to ask, how when your mom rewatches this, how far into it do you think she gets before she turns it off?
Oh, about 3 minutes. Not very far. Actually, I think she stopped watching this show altogether.
Poor Mama Eldridge.
Yeah, she's not very happy with you and I, Ryan.
I know, that's what's sad.
No,
She loves me because she actually cared that I was going to survive a cruise trip. So yeah.
Yeah. She was concerned about you. She actually asks about all of you guys offline, how you're doing and all that stuff. She worries.
Did she say that that all of us are a quick click away on Saturdays?
What does that even mean?
She can watch the show.
Oh, I was
No.
thinking something else.
No, that.
What were you thinking?
Yeah, what were you thinking?
I almost said that's what she said. So
Yes, I'm glad that she and I are the same.
Which is why my mother does not watch this show.
You guys are gross. even I'm not that degenerate to go that far. Leave it to the two girls to take it way too far.
You guys take it further.
Yeah, that's why.
We're just trying to play. We're just
yeah,
trying to keep up
absolutely.
with the guys. That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
This is getting turned into a short.
Don't know me sliding back with the whataboutism. But you guys.
I'm just explaining how it is.
No,
you guys will make a joke and we can't play along too. Gosh.
You know what's funny?
Your
So Ryan and I do another show on Sundays called Star Trek Engage, where we've been going through old Star Trek episodes, and he's been experiencing for the first time. He's a bit of a Trek virgin. So
Well, original
being gentle,
Trek.
slow, deep, hard.
Dear God.
Anyway, so we do go through them and we do talk seriously about them, but there's also a lot of very graphic gay jokes, right? My mother's a Trekkie. She loves Star Trek. She gets suckered in every time, and then she has to leave and yell at me later on the phone. She's like, "How can you guys need to clean up your act?" It's like, but we like it like this, and so does the audience. But okay. But lately, there's been less of the gay jokes and a lot more jokes involving rape, which is
Are you allowed to say
probably
that on YouTube?
worse.
Yeah, you could.
Well, as it turns out, not this last episode, although it did come up there, but the episode before that, the word rape was probably said about 700 times between 6 people in 2 hours. And we got claimed for the Star Trek stuff, but they didn't take us down or block us or anything. It's all still up there.
Cool.
Yeah, it gets real super inappropriate real quick.
It does. Although I will admit, like our newest edition, Anna's Gameland, right?
Yes.
She makes rape jokes. Just saying, it's not all the guys. He says some stuff that is fucking wild.
because that's the women that are actually in this realm. They're
Well,
the
and she
rare
comes
breed.
off like so sweet and nice, and she's got that like kind of innocent look to her and all that stuff, and then she'll say something completely out of fucking pocket.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, she get a. I was on a panel. Well, I first met her on the panel with on the Hollywood Scholars channel. We were reviewing the Witcher season 3. That's where I first met her, and yeah, she has some pretty strong opinions when it came to that. I was like, whoa, okay, like yeah, she's on the level.
Well, I'm of the opinion too, because we do try to make it fun and funny and all that stuff, and we do that here as well. But I am very much of the opinion that comedy should not be restricted by topic. There shouldn't be things that you can't laugh at, because otherwise, what's the fucking point?
Yep.
Right? We laugh at things to make them palatable for us. We laugh at things so that we can deal with things. I mean, like, I'm sure you guys all know, especially our vets on the panel, there are 3 of you, understand gallows humor.
Mm-hmm.
It's a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Tiff, you're a vet?
Yeah. Marines.
Okay. Nice.
Shit happens.
No, hey, well, Ryan knows how I am. People know it's a fraternity. You know, no matter what
Yeah.
branch you're in, when you're,
It's brotherhood.
it's straight up family. So, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but like you guys understand, and Ryan was a cop. I know he understands gallows humor. You know.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh
It's just you have to do this stuff. Like I worked in a hospital. Trust me, I get it. and not just a hospital. I worked in the surgery department. You know, I saw shit that you wouldn't fucking. Well, you might believe. You guys might, but some of you out there might not believe some of the shit that I've seen in there. And that's just in a sterile environment where people get put back together. Although I will say that there is no greater cesspool of C. diff and necrotizing fasciitis than a hospital. But that aside,
absolutely. Hospitals are gross.
Yeah, C. diff is one of the most contagious things in the world. It's impossible to kill unless you use A, bleach, or B, fire, and it occurs naturally in the human biome. Antibiotics kill almost everything, including the good bacteria that keeps C. diff down in the human biome. This is how people get infected with it. When they put you on antibiotics, it kills the good bacteria keeping that down, but it doesn't touch the C. diff, so the C. diff grows rampantly. And the fun thing about it is if you get enough of it in your system, it makes you literally shit yourself to death.
Good God.
It's a really awful way to go. And it's really easy to catch from people who are who are infected with it.
Lovely.
So hospitals are super fun places. Long story short, my point is that I don't think any humor should be off limits.
Agreed.
No. Yeah.
100%.
So
yep.
Now that I've got my little rant and lesson about bacteria.
You were just using way too big of words for my simple marine brain.
I mean, I could have called it by the C. diff is the short version. It's Clostridium difficile A. Super fun stuff. Or like MRSA, which is methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus.
MRSA is always kind of fun if you have, because then you get at least if you go to the VA hospital, you get your own room. So that's cool.
No, I'm good. You can have that.
I mean, I've had it, so that's how I know you get your own room.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm saying. You can correct. You can keep it. Well, yeah, I don't want it.
I wasn't offering to pass it, Larry. It's not. I don't have it now.
Well, I'm saying chances are, based off of what we saw in that video, Samuel, you need to go get checked. You probably got it.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
I've been exposed to it and many, many other awful things. It's part of
Ryan. Now you know how you caught it.
Like that.
In all seriousness, I don't think I'd ever work in a medical environment again, because you have to now get the poke to do so, and it's like
that has been a problem. That actually leads into something I was going to bring up to you guys. I think some of us have already spoken about this in the past, but when the pandemic hit, like for instance, I was working at a hospital at the time, right? And all of those hospitals were getting tons of money, tons of federal funding to say that their ICUs were full. The hospital I worked at, I was one of about half of the staff that got furloughed indefinitely and then pink slipped because we wouldn't take the vax, or we knew things that maybe they didn't want us saying in public, and if we didn't work there, they could discredit us or whatever. Yep. There wasn't a single bed in that ICU that was occupied for 6 fucking months. They were turning people away at the door who needed help, people who were bleeding out at the emergency room because, we can't let people in because of COVID. And they were taking those big fat government checks.
Yep.
Wow.
And that was just in the hospital that I worked in.
Well, it's no different than what they were doing with people on unemployment. Even after moving here, I need to, before I've discussed with a lot of you guys, before I kind of move into the next stage of my career, I need to find something in the interim for the next like 6 months, right? And so I've applied a few places, and a lot of people, I get emails back. They're like, if you're actually interested in this, and I'm like, actually interested. And so I, and it's one thing to actually talk to family members like, oh yeah, like because people to collect unemployment were just applying for jobs and then never actually, making an interview or even showing up for the interview, just blowing it off so they could get the government money. So, because obviously the government does everything perfectly, so it's not like anybody was scamming the system at all. But yeah, no, I mean, when the government incentivizes you to say, oh, this person died of the coup, and it's like, you had a heart attack.
Right.
Well, the coup caused the heart attack. No, it didn't. Shut up. Like, really?
It's like, a car accident.
Here's your extra what I forgot what the price tag was, but yeah, it was like $20,000 or something like that per coup death or something nuts.
Oh yeah, there was a guy near the hospital I worked at. There was a guy who got turned into paste on a highway because his fucking front tire blew on his motorcycle.
Oof.
Happened to be carrying the COVID virus, or at least they said he did, so they listed it as a COVID death. That's not how he died. He died because his head literally became liquefied.
Yeah,
that's such bullshit.
Yeah. I think he hit the ground at 130 miles an hour. He was speeding. That's why things happened though in the events.
They were putting out a lot of false COVID reports too. Like I went to the hospital and I have allergies, and the same thing that I have every year. I get my medication and stuff.
Hey, devil.
That year, my doctor told me that they had to say I screened positive for COVID because the federal government was forcing them to do that.
Jeez. Unbelievable.
And I had to go report it to my employer, who then laid me off the next day.
Yep.
Yay, government.
Beak saying here, guy in Colorado died of COVID, but he had a gunshot wound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's that, and that was happening all over. They were including, and all of a sudden, I'm sure you guys remember, it's like cold and flu season. Took a vacation for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And for those of you who don't know, I'm sure most of you do by now, but the COVID tests that they would make people take, or they would pass out, or they sell you at a marked down price or whatever, can't tell the difference between types of coronaviruses. The common cold and the flu are both coronaviruses.
Yep.
That it's a dumb. This is one of the things that always bothered me about this, and I think I probably said this before. It's about the shape of the virus. That's what that designates. When they say COVID-19, that's not a name either. That's a numerical designation. Coronavirus. I forget what the ID. I think it's coronavirus identification 2019 or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have a name. The only name it has are things like that we've given it, that we the people have given it, like the Rona or the Coof or what have you. But it doesn't have like a designation, that is easily understandable. It's one of the single most unimaginatively named viruses I have ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, necrotizing fasciitis, for example, has a common name: flesh-eating bacteria.
Right.
Well, what? Because the swine flu was designated H1N1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the military when bird flu was a thing. They're like, oh, if you see a dead bird, don't touch it. And I'm like, I'm in this briefing, and I'm like, who the fuck's gonna touch the dead bird?
That too.
Be surprised.
Yeah. Well, also, I grew up on a farm. You find dead chickens, from time to time. So you're gonna.
She roboting for y'all?
She's roboting. Yeah, I was afraid it was me for a second.
I thought it was me too. That's why I didn't say anything.
Am I roboting now?
No.
Nope, you're good.
You're back.
You're good.
What, are you downloading porn? What are you doing?
No, I'm downloading nothing.
It's nothing, God.
I'm not downloading.
Don't
I was just trying to find ways of how to do ASMR
Yeah, you will. Well, I can send you. I can send you the Twitch channel I used to torture R2 with. I'm sure she could give you some
gosh.
pointers.
No. But what I was saying is about like I was going off of what you were saying, Ryan, is like who's gonna touch a dead bird? It's like, no, you're right. Like, and you'd be surprised. Yes, what Larry said. Like, yeah, people are gonna touch dead birds. But me, like, I grew up on a farm, so there would be dead chickens here and there. I would have to be the one to like grab the chickens, either toss it to the field so the wild dogs can eat it, or put it in the trash. Or if I wanted to and I want to put extra effort into it, I'd burn it. I'd burn the chicken. So it can not create the viruses or anything and just kill it right there.
And I think we just got our answer real quick. Samuel, do you see that on the example of who'd touch a dead bird?
Yep.
It's like
just that generation.
No. Go figure. Yeah.
Yep.
Generation.
I mean,
Shadow, you're not helping yourself. And then also Samuel gave a good example of what I was doing earlier. I shut up. I stopped talking. I stopped digging that hole. You too, Shadow, can learn a thing or two.
Did you really stop digging the hole though? Because
you too can learn my secrets for the low price of $4.99 a month.
The meme was
it's all included.
I mean, I'm just saying, Samuel could easily show the new edition of the meme.
I have no idea what that.
Oh, that meme. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'll have to. Yeah.
You're like, oh, what?
No, I was. I don't have it pulled up, man. I can get it pulled up. I'm pulling it up now as we speak, but I don't have it currently pulled up. It's a whole process of.
Samuel's got the potato computer, so it takes a while.
Why do you hate me, Ryan?
Why do you?
You'd be surprised how many people hate each other.
We're like that. We're gonna be like that old couple who can't stand each other. Can't see the muster strength to kill each other.
Oh wow.
So I actually replied back to you, Ryan. You're like, care to explain? I was like, yes, you have a fetish.
No, I saw.
Tell me, is that your leg and foot and heel?
It is, yes.
No, because red's not my color.
Okay. I was just asking as a question. I was like, is that?
That's what she says, but
I mean, according to Release the McCracken, who made the meme, it is.
I'll let the internet think what it is, but it's not me.
Yeah, I wasn't referring to the odd couple as in, the odd couple. I was just referring to like old people who can't fucking stand each other but are too weak to actually pull the trigger.
Oh, I was just assuming grumpy old men.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
That was one of the good days.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
So Gal, there's like this ongoing thing about me, because I was severely homeschooled and also raised in a very Pentecostal household. So I was not allowed to watch a lot of pop culture things. That's why you guys jumped on me that I haven't seen Power Rangers, because everything to my parents was the devil. So I have a list of movies and shows I need to watch because I was deprived from them growing up. But now that I'm an adult, I can do it. I even got my first Harry Potter thing or anything, and it's a Hufflepuff Squishmallow.
Oh God, please don't tell me that you're a Hufflepuff.
I have
two of them on the panel.
What are you, Gal?
I have two of them on the panel.
I'm Slytherin.
Oh Lord!
Of course you're Slytherin. No wonder you and I battle back.
So that makes Tiff, Amira, my wife, Joker voice. God, I'm surrounded by damn Slytherins, man.
I mean,
I get told that I'm one too. I don't know.
Yeah, you are one. You're
I'm a
definitely
Gryffindor.
one.
I don't know from Harry Potter, so
I don't know a lot about Harry Potter either. But I took that thing, and I'm a Gryffindor. From what I understand is like Slytherins and Gryffindors are like mortal enemies or some shit.
But they're very similar.
They're very similar.
They like ultimately disagree about
Isn't it
things.
about how they go about things? Like, because Gryffindors are more like honorable, but Slytherins are more like just, you know,
I would use Crucible in a
heartbeat. The ends justify the means kind of thing. So it's
Yes.
like Lex Luthor, but in Superman
Yeah.
fighting back and forth.
Yes.
Like, you know, Superman ultimately wants to save the day, but he doesn't want to have to kill somebody to do it, to where, like, you know, Lex to save the day would kill somebody to save the day.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Shadow
Good
gets it
analogy.
right here. I identify with House Harkonnen.
We're not talking about Game of Thrones right now.
Neither am I. What's that got
I
to do
don't-
with Game of Thrones?
I don't know. What is House
I was
Harkonnen?
assuming.
I was
It's
assuming it's
from
Game of Thrones.
Dune.
Oh,
Okay.
I
Wow,
recognize it, but
I
I've
actually,
only-
wow.
I
You
actually
got
knew that.
super butthurt about that one. Wow.
Oh, not
It's
as
from
butthurt. You're going to
Dune,
be later
guys.
tonight, buddy.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to shove all 8 tentacles into the one hole.
What is wrong?
What is wrong with you, dude?
Even Larry's like, what's wrong with you?
He's into it against your will.
I'm gonna act like one of those spreader vices so that Dermy can like fully penetrate your back tacos. How that's gonna go down?
Okay.
Really? That's where we're really going with this, huh?
Ew.
You just can't help yourself. Even Stillage in the chat is like,
Right?
what the hell, bro?
Have y'all seen Eurotrip?
Oh my god,
Yeah,
yes.
years ago. Yeah.
What was it? The Flugenhagen or something? When he's like that.
Heimler.
Yeah. That's what I pictured when you said that.
Well, the reason I know that movie so well is because I was actually in Europe at the time, and I was like, my friend buddies and I in the military watched it, and we were like, oh my god, this is exactly how Europe is, and that is not a fucking joke.
So I have an X-Men shirt where it's 2 panels and it's the Scotty doesn't know.
Oh god.
Wolverine is singing.
Scotty doesn't know.
It's one of my favorite shirts ever.
That's the best.
And Cyclops is just like standing on the one panel.
Oh my god, that's so
Scotty.
funny.
It's so good. Oh,
It
sorry.
really is good. That's good.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that's probably lived on from that movie is Scotty doesn't know. The
Yeah.
irony too is that that was Lana from Smallville in that movie. She
And Matt Damon was
Yeah, Matt Damon was the
on singing. That.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so good. I love that.
That's a great movie.
My brother likes to treat me like the twin sister on. Nah, oh God. Okay.
So you guys have to make out?
Talking about like as if he's the best friend.
Yeah.
Who says it's kind of gay, dude? And I reply, it's not gay. I'm a girl.
You've said this before,
That.
yeah. It's really funny. It's kind of gay, dude. It's like
Like that. Him and his friends would like say that shit to me when we were growing up, and because that was
You hooked up with one of his friends, didn't you?
No.
You never did?
No.
That's kind of the moral of what goes on in that is like the one
I
guy,
know.
the best friend of the brother's like going, it's kind of gay, dude. And then by the end of the movie, they're like, they're going at it.
Yeah,
not Twinkerbell, no.
Oh God.
So Kohai just made sure found this for me. This is the video that was referenced earlier, Gal, for just for you.
Twinkle bells, twinkle away. Oh, twink, 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 twink. Twink, twinkle, twinkle bell.
That's it. That's the joke.
Okay.
That's for Shadow. Shadow's also spurging out in the chat again.
I was just gonna say he's freaking in the
So
chat.
there's
That's his
2
face.
that you use for him.
Oh no,
I
we
see.
she's got a library of this stuff.
We did.
Because for some reason it's just really, really fun to poke fun at that kid. And sooner or later he's gonna like climb a clock tower with a rifle.
Oh, don't say that, please.
For skeet shooting, pigeons and such.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
Of course.
But yeah, no, that was the whole thing came about. So the kid goes by Shadow of Hawk. He does Ryan's panels on Friday nights as well. And what was this, like a month or two ago, something like that. And he said something about cheeks. And I don't know why, but I popped off with calling him Twinkerbell.
Oh,
you
that's
weren't even
right.
on the you weren't even on the panel at that
No,
time.
I was in chat.
Yeah, you were in chat.
And that might have been one of your Game of Thrones streams, actually, now that I think about it.
I think so, yeah.
And
I think it's Game of Thrones.
It just Tyler the Redbeard took it and ran with it, and the next thing you know, it's all over the freaking internet. That poor kid has been putting up with that ever since, until somebody else, memed him with the name Shadoo, but which works just as well. But
yeah, Twinkerbell Shadoo, or Shadon't in his case. I get a lot of Shadon't because the stuff he does is like, just don't do that.
Shadoo.
Damn if you should do, damn if you should don't.
Yeah.
Should don't.
This right here, like people who didn't know him memed him with that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which
he should died
was
last night
crazy.
on that.
That wasn't me, Shadow. That was Boosh who called you Shadoo. And I think
it was
just
Boosh.
a typo. It's the same reason we have the tyranny hooker. It was a typo.
Yep, the tyranny hooker. Do you want to highlight it? The tyranny
Man,
hooker.
look at him, all caps. Good Lord, he's tripping.
Oh, of course he's tripping. He's spurging out. There's the tyranny hooker right there. That's been around for, I don't know, God, a couple weeks now.
Oh, at least,
Yeah.
and it's been memed a few different times by different people, and yeah, it's a whole thing. Because I mistyped tranny.
Wait. Cliff Anderson in the chat says, "Wait, who has a bush?"
Boosh.
Well, because Shadow
Who has a
typed it wrong above. What he said.
Well, Shadow, maybe you are into women.
Oh God, that's funny.
Devil? Yes. I don't know. Devil might be a little bit irritated with me. I went into he was on Knife Hands the other day, despite not being a veteran. And I gave him a little bit of shit right at the beginning with a super chat, and I believe it said something about not letting Devil give you a reach around because he has calluses.
Yeah.
And the reason it was a super chat was so that Adam had to read that shit out loud.
And he did.
Yeah, he did.
You just can't stop yourself, can you?
No, I can't. But for those who don't know, you see, even now he's saying I'm filing those down. For those who don't know, Devil is fast becoming one of my very favorite people to stream with. That guy is hilarious.
That was awesome.
And he rolls with everything.
Dude, Devil cracks me up, man. He is so funny.
He would do. There's probably not much he wouldn't do for $1 million, it seems.
Oh, like
Right,
suck
Devil?
a million dicks?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, to go down on
But
the
he said
entire
it.
panel is more.
What is wrong with you, man?
Yeah, he said it.
On
It wasn't me.
Ballbusters.
Well, he's
I caught
definitely
that
not
episode.
doing mine. He'd have to get in
He
his
said-
car and drive forward a mile and then work his way back.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'd suck all your dicks for $1 million. Why wouldn't you?
No, he said he'd go down on the entire panel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 And they wonder. Actually, I take that back.
Oh.
They probably. It was for-
Oh yeah, I just heard it in my head again. You were right. My bad. Suck all you. Yeah. I'm not saying it. That was almost bad.
They wonder why we all drink on Saturday nights. Well, not as much me anymore, but trust me, I used to have a few.
I have a couple of White Claws.
White Claws.
That's the
Kinda
thing.
gay, dude.
I know other people. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people
she
have.
did. It's kind of gay, dude.
It's what it was given to me, so I was like, I'll take them. But
I'm sure you took it. Yeah.
Well, it's if I don't take it, it's alcohol abuse. So that's why I took them. It's like I don't mind
You
drinking
slap
them,
it
but I'd
around a little
rather.
bit first, and then you take it.
I'm gonna leave.
But here's the thing I was trying to get at though, like especially with people like Dermy who takes a ton of shit from everybody, and Shadow takes a ton of shit from us. They are for the most part very, very good sports about it,
Yeah.
you know, and that is to be applauded. You know, that if you can't, what's the again, I don't know for a fact that he didn't steal this too, but something that Carlos Mencia used to say was, if you ain't laughing, you ain't living. And I think that's true.
Yep.
Yes.
You know?
Absolutely.
So
agreed. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean, it's that is kind of gay. All that comment.
I'm sorry, Nomi.
It's okay.
I couldn't help it.
I don't know. It's okay. I consider myself as a beige white girl because that's a thing. That's a thing. That's my sister. Well, I don't know, maybe to like not white girls, but like my sister and I. Because like we notice like it's like a huge trend with like white girls and well, that they just like the color beige. That's their clothing aesthetic. That's
I
their
thought you were
coffee
referring
drink.
to the crayon that matched their skin.
No, like no. So my sister and I, we were shopping the other day, and then she's like, "Oh my gosh, this will get the white girls deep choking." I was like, "Oh my god!" So we just make fun of it. That's why I said, like, yeah, I don't mind drinking white.
I don't think I own a single beige anything.
Kira,
Like I got my desert tan shit, but
well, that's considered beige. Like we just say, like
my military desert tan. That's what I was
I thought that they decided the other day that was brown.
Brown.
Oh my god! After that stream, after
Yeah,
the
that's right.
stream ended,
I watched Brett's talking.
Adam was like, "You guys were fucking with me, right? You don't like." I was just like, "Oh my god, Adam, yeah."
Jesus. That was like Brian. I don't know if you watched it yet, but there are knife.
I haven't watched that one yet.
There was like an hour-long tangent where Adam was screaming at the entire panel about why it's tan and not light brown.
I kept calling it light brown, like the desert.
Oh my god.
Because he was talking, it started with MREs. He's just like you remember when they stopped making them brown? I'm like, when did they?
When
it was
did they
me
ever-
and Mad.
Holy crap.
And so it was just this whole thing about how tan is light brown, not tan. It's still brown, which technically is true, but we milked it as much as we could. It was great. It was
Oh
glorious.
my god, I missed that. No, I haven't caught up on a lot of streams. I'm literally like a week and a half behind on a lot of stuff. I'm like all my friends' stuff that I usually watch.
Between me and Blue Cord Devil, we got Adam drunk pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
And so he was kind of volatile that episode.
We got into like an argument with Devil where they were basically saying the same thing towards the end of the stream.
Yeah, it was rough.
I was like, Adam, he's just saying that there's a process, like a procedure.
It was. He's like, "Why are you screaming at Devil?" And it's like, "Because he's disagreeing with me."
No, he's not.
It was like, you know who you sound like right now, Adam, don't you?
And then I think Tracy K said that it was nude, which is an actual color.
Yes, it is.
But the guys were like, well, it depends on what skin tone you are for nude. I'm like, no, there's a nude color. And
You know,
yes,
they've got different band-aids for different skin tones now.
and band-aids came up because it's the nude band-aid
remember.
is the tan one.
I missed this whole entire thing.
Yeah, it was good.
It was
It was a good
interesting.
stream.
Yeah.
He must
it
have
was
been
fun.
freaking blitzkrieged.
Oh yeah.
I think he was right on the edge of it. Yeah.
Right. Like I've seen him worse. But he was pretty close.
Yeah. It didn't take long. Blue Cord Devil really piles on those $20 shots.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he does.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Especially
gets wild.
Ryan, did you see the booty shorts last Saturday?
Yeah, I think I saw a
Not
clip.
Jeremy's.
No, yeah.
Unfortunately, the entire fucking world has seen Dermies.
Yeah, I know.
Against my own will.
That's a fucking travesty, by the way. I think so, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was because they had you twirling around like for every like $40, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Mad on Vets talking, well, before he was just like, I was going to message you separately to make sure, like, are you okay with this? I was like, it's fine. It got a bit towards the end out of hand, but that's because Jesse was drunk. So, well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Sounds like a wild time to hang out with y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
The Vets Talking channel is a definitely a good time. Although I do there have been a few, like early on, there was a really good conversation that they had on there concerning whether or not young people should join up with the military, and it was a large panel, and there was some dissension on there. Ryan, you were on that panel.
Yes.
Yeah, that was one of the most, I think, needed conversations that I've seen on the internet in some time, because it wasn't just people like me, civilians who'd never been involved in anything. It was people who had been there, who had been involved, who knew what they were talking about, who were discussing the idea, and I think it was an important conversation, and I very much enjoyed it. That's actually the reason I subscribed, was that conversation. I mean, I started watching it because my buddy Ryan was like, "Hey, I'm doing this thing," but
yeah, that was probably one of the gosh, maybe the second stream ever when we were talking about because Tracy Bojan, her son was thinking about joining the military, and it was a long conversation about whether or not like would we all do it again knowing what we know. And I know that gosh darn it, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Him and I got into it pretty heavily because he was being extremely I got devil. Yeah, I got pretty pissed off on that one because he's being super disparaging to the fact that this woman who was asking for advice about whether or not her son was going to join the military, and knowing the fact that her son was going to do it regardless. And gosh, what was his, I can't think of it. Devil, what's his name? He was the other Marine that we used to have that was on. But anyway, yeah, he was look, I understand because like he'd been through a whole lot of crap, and he'd seen a lot of like super fucked up stuff. And over the years, I mean, I can even say, even being a cop, I've seen a lot of like really screwed up stuff. And I'm like, dude, you're kind of not helping, because I think he was really like plowed, and he was really really going in hard. Yeah, Pope, he was going in hard about that one. And I kind of got pissed off because I was like, dude, you're not helping. You're actually being disparaging to the conversation. And so, but he kept like interrupting me, and like, so I was getting pissed off because he kept like trying to like interject, and it stopped being like a discussion. It started being like a one-sided like conversation. So, but yeah, I actually felt bad after the fact too, because I felt like maybe I was a little over the top because you know, I mean, I knew that, you know, dude been through a lot of crap, but it's like at the same time, you know, like being drunk and belligerent, not, and I've been, you know, shit, I've been drunk and belligerent on a panel before. I mean, you could just ask JV. Him and I got into it on a Game of Thrones stream where I stepped over the line and had to fucking apologize for it. So, yeah, it just, sometimes you just, you're in inside your own self, inside your own head, and you can let it affect your better judgment for what you're discussing. So, but no, there was no hard feelings after the fact. Like, you know, I even apologized to Adam about that one. I was like, hey man, you know, my bad, dude. I think I might have gotten a little spicy. And he's like, no, he was kind of running you over, kind of like interrupting you. And he's like, I get it. He's like, no hard feelings. And there was no hard feelings on anybody's front, but is a serious conversation. And I think that's kind of what sparked some of the more serious conversations that we've had, was that. So every once in a while we get real spicy, we get real serious, and it's not very often, but definitely got serious on that one.
It was worthwhile, though, I think. For those who don't know, for maybe those who are considering joining up, it's out there now, and it's something that they can consider multiple angles from because of you guys, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, and I think I don't even know how the conversation came about. It's been so long, but well, I guess no, that actually it was because of Tina. Because her son wanted, knowing her son was going to join the military, wanted to, and she's like, what would you guys say about her? Yeah, what to expect, and kind of what it started. I was kind of pushing back a little bit because I was like, okay, I'm like, I know this kid's going to join the military regardless of what we say or whatever his mother says to him. Yeah. And I think she was looking for a little bit of was it a good idea? Would you do it again? And it's not like you wanted to sugarcoat it for her by all means, but at the same time, I don't think we wanted to throw a cinder block at her face. And it turned into a cinder block real quick, and I was trying to like reel it back. But it's tough conversation. Yeah, Gal, if you've never seen that one, it's Tina Bojan was the special guest on that one, and got a little spicy towards the end. Got pretty spicy.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
So I can see how nerves get.
That's such a tough question too. Like
it is.
Like get asked.
Yeah. It's and of course, she's a mom, so she's concerned. She's worried about her kid. So, she wants the truth, but at the same time, she doesn't want the truth. It's
because she can't handle the truth.
Yeah. You can't handle the truth. Yeah, that's pretty good, Nomi. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
So, Samuel turning it super gay up in here and all feelied.
Hey, we talk about serious stuff sometimes too.
Just give me shit, dude.
Shadow, where were you? Like, after Larry came on, we highlighted it and everything. Like, are you just now noticing? I thought you were here the whole time.
Where have you been? I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh! I don't think I've ever heard you yell like
I thought that was like a soundboard.
Yeah, I thought that was too.
That's me.
Wow.
That's me. Sorry.
It's going on the soundboard.
Someone should clip that as a soundboard.
Yeah, clip that. 2 hours, 45 minutes, and probably 50 seconds.
Shadow says he's been away from his computer a few times. No doubt planning.
Get more hankies.
Oh, I was just gonna say planning how he's gonna execute his water tower event.
Right, but he still need hankies. I mean, how else is he supposed to jerk off to the idea?
Wow.
Hankies.
Good times. All right. Well, we are approaching the 3-hour mark. We're about 14 minutes away from that. So I think probably now is a good time to start wrapping it up. Start with the outros and thank you all for being here. Thank you especially to our guest, the green-haired anti-liberal.
Thank you for having me. This was fun.
You've been a blast, and I think I speak for everybody else here. Not that it matters; it's my fucking channel. You're welcome back anytime. So, yeah. So why don't we go around the horn and we'll start with our illustrious guest. Where can people find you on the interwebs?
YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm the green-haired anti-liberal. Instagram, it's Tiffany Rose Cosplay, but if you look up green-haired anti-liberal, it'll probably come up. I'm working on a couple videos, but in about an hour and 12 minutes or so, I will be on Vets Talking Skinemax Saturday. And then on Sunday nights, Devil and I are doing gaming streams with Horny Alf on his channel. So I am not an FPS person. I recently got the Master Chief Collection because I wanted to check out Halo. I didn't know what campaigns were, and I'm not the type of person that wants to screw a team over. So that's why I never really played FPSs. So I'm not
So
the
long
best.
story short, she's screwing the team over.
No, I'm not. I'm
I was
not. I'm
saying that
decent.
too.
I'm decent. I swear.
That's what all military say.
I'll message Alf and we'll find out the truth.
I learned how
Al's
to
a
dual
sweet
wield.
guy. He's not going to say anything bad about her.
Not to her face, he won't.
It's okay. I can handle it either way. But yeah, so that's last week we did what was it? Shredder's Revenge on the gaming stream last Sunday. And that was fun for TMNT stuff. But generally it was supposed to be a Halo 3 streaming thing. So that's what we're doing tomorrow.
Nice.
So, yeah, that is where I
Good
am.
deal.
Thank you again.
Lawrence, yes, thank you for coming. It's been a pleasure. Lawrence Knight.
Yeah, you guys can catch me every Friday with my co-hosts Nomi and Samuel on Abyssal Musings. I too am working on some things for myself, some videos for my second channel called Dight Lore. I will stay tuned. I'll let you guys know when stuff is going up. I'll also be on Netters Network on the 28th, giving out details of what I'll be showcasing. And if you have any questions, you guys know where to find me. Likely you'll also see me tonight on the Lioness Exiles channel. I'll be in the comments since I'm one of her whatever the hell those things are called.
Mods.
Mods, yeah, thank you. So you guys can catch me there. And you can also catch me Friday nights on Friday Nights Rumble with our glorious host Ryan. And yes, I was forced to say that under threat of hanging.
Wow.
Well, I mean, he is on loan from Amira, so I have to return him in the condition that I got him. I can't whip him too much.
I was just gonna say I kind of figured you for the whipping, not the hanging, but all right.
Yeah, no,
It both actually comes from her. It's not really him.
Yeah, it actually has to be above par. It has to be able to be something that can heal in a matter of time. So
I see.
Nomi, where can people find you doing weird, gross ASMR stuff for pay?
I saw that. Who is it? Suka? Yeah, Suka wants to hear me yell again. Well, you know what to do. You know where to go. You know where to make that donation.
Yeah.
But
you have
what?
like bills that are coming up. Like, what's
And Nomi, now you can also make money doing a BDSM. Now you can get a soundboard and have a whip crack, and you can yell, "Where have you been?"
There. There was me cracking my
Knuckle
knuckles.
cracking.
Yeah. So you can follow me on Twitter at X Know Me Without You. I'm on YouTube. That's where I usually hang out. After this stream at 8 p.m. Eastern, not Eastern. Oh my gosh.
Central?
No. Pacific.
Mountain.
There we go.
Oh. I'll just go.
I think you had to go through different time zones. But at 8 Pacific time, I will be on MSK's channel. I'm not sure what we're talking about, but I'm going to hang out. It's going to be a good time.
MSK's are fun, dude.
Okay, I've been hearing a lot of good things, so I'm looking forward to hanging out.
Yeah, I
with
did a
them.
show. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. I'm doing it on. We had to reschedule for this last Wednesday, so we're actually doing it this Wednesday. I was so I think he's invited a bunch of people on. So yeah, it's cool that you're going to be there.
Cool people.
Nice. I'm excited. I'm happy to hang out. But that's where I'll usually be. And then as far as the ASMR and like paying thing, I just want to see how far I can go with this. Because if I made $750 on selling feet pictures, let me see how far I can go with ASMR.
Nice.
Dude, start a new YouTube channel and do the experiment. See how it goes.
Yeah,
And go nuts. Or you could just start a Twitch. I mean, that's where a lot of them are.
Well, it's funny because I'm starting in the Kick account.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Where you're going to do it at is on
Twitch's
Kick.
current terms of service at all.
Wait, I didn't hear you, Samuel. What'd you say?
Said you don't want to get in with Twitch's current terms of service at all.
No, I'm not going to do anything with Twitch. I'm done with. I've never done anything with them, but I've always never liked Twitch. But Kick is where it's at. But you won't see me bikini, but you'll hear me doing some crunch to crunch. Yep.
Crunch.
Or you might hear me just yelling, "Where have you been?" So I'm
What do you
just
like?
what?
What are you giving like the estranged spouses experience? Like, what the hell is that? Where have you been?
Hey guys, if you've never been in a relationship before and you want to like a girlfriend who's mad at you, pay me and I can be your fake girlfriend who's mad at you.
Yeah, I'll say that's not going to further MGTOW at
I
all.
thought I told you, put your wet towels in the fucking hamper.
How many times have I told
Samuel speaking from actual experience here.
I have an ex-wife, so yes.
So we'll just see what I'll go with my crazy antics. Like, let's see where this takes off.
All right. Let's move on to something slightly less gay. Ryan.
Less gay?
I figured you would have said more. I gotta be honest. Well,
I also said slightly. Did you skip that part?
No,
You
I
just
heard
KO'd
slightly.
Nomi.
I know. I'm not ready to choke over there.
Yeah, we can't get to your outro yet. We gotta do this first.
Don't fall out of your chair.
We got her
Remember
to
to
do
breathe.
it. We got.
Where have you been?
It's okay. Yeah, I'm done.
And that's how you end the show, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you can catch Samuel and I tomorrow talking about trust me, it's not slightly less gay. Talking about Star Trek on our show Engage tomorrow, and then Monday's Game of Thrones. So pretty simple,
Yeah,
straightforward,
that's
easy
right, I
going.
forgot. Yeah, Game of Thrones. I will be with Ryan. Game of Thrones on Monday.
Yeah, selling her Cash App more.
Yeah. You know, I have a Cash App too. You know what I don't do? Put it out in public.
Nobody wants to see those tentacles of yours.
Yeah. Nobody wants me to drop that on the table.
Oh.
That brings us to me. My name is Sammy the Infamous. This is my channel, Sammy the Infamous. If you are new here, welcome. We do live streams throughout the weekend, starting with Abyssal Musings on Fridays. We have Screaming to the Void, this show, on Saturdays, and Star Trek Engage on Sundays, which I do with my hetero life mate, Ryan, down in the corner there. And you can also find me in the Politosphere with Lioness Exiled, which we'll be doing later tonight with Lawrence Knight. We're both moderators over there, as well as there are some people in the chat as well who will also likely be there. Yeah, it's not like this. It's typically a little bit more reserved and serious until she lets me say anything on the panel, and then I get in trouble. And then Larry gets in trouble because I got in trouble. It's a whole thing. Anyway, if you're into political stuff, go check it out. If not, it's okay. You can sometimes find her here on this channel as well. I'm just going to keep rambling now because at some point my spiel just sort of went off the fucking rails. I've been practicing this. I thought I got good at it, and here it goes. It's just wandering and wandering and wandering. And I'm just going to keep talking until somebody tells me to shut the fuck up. I'm talking.
Just play the outro, dude. Jesus.
Shut the fuck up. For Christ's sake, stop me talking, woman.
Samuel, stop.
Thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.